get nasty on a Thursday. It's a Fast Lane on 101 ESPN with Andrew Marsh, Kerry Davis, and Jamie Rivers. I'm Anthony Stalter. 203 your time check brought to you by Clarkson Jewelers, an officially licensed Rolex jeweler. Cardinals right now trying to hang on to a 5-4 lead, top 8.
I actually think they're trying to give it away. Give it away, give it away, give it away now.
Are they trying to avoid the sweep?
No.
No, damn it.
No.
Give it away. Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Yes.
Wow, look at you go.
Yeah.
Well done, Kerry.
Thank you.
Yeah, they were up 5-1, and now they're up 5-4.
Yeah, still got the lead.
JoJo Romero just allowed an absolute tank job by Brandon Lau. But, again, Cardinals still have the lead, and they have an opportunity to pull off the sweep at PNC Park after getting swept themselves. So this would be quite a bounce back, regardless of if they can hang on today, and hopefully they do. Taking at least 3 or 4 in Pittsburgh is fantastic. So let's stick with the Cardinals here. Has this Cardinals team, the way they've played, has the team changed your view on Oli Marmol? We're asking that. So we want your thoughts. We want your mic drops. Leave us a Skyly Heating Company mic drop via the Dobbs Tire North Center's 101 ESPN mobile app. Last night, Nathan Church robbed a potential walk-off home run to seal the game. Unbelievable. The way that they have played the Cardinals in virtually every game. Even the games that are ugly, it's ugly because either the bullpen allows the late lead, or maybe a comeback just fell short. But this team has played very well. There's an article by Josh Jacobs he wrote it at MLB.com, talking about how the Cardinals are basically playing like Oli Marmol had discussed in the offseason, playing with a lot of energy. He being Oli Marmol, noted that the fan base would get behind the team if they played good baseball, if they played energetic baseball. So our question is, has your viewpoint changed on Oli Marmol? Now, in this room, I don't think it's changed much, because I think the 4 of us are pretty big believers in Oli.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know this to be true. It's just my opinion. I think Oli Marmol finally was able to have the kind of roster he wanted, and maybe he's been left alone to do his job. I don't know that to be true. Everybody talks about how he was a puppet before and all these things. I don't necessarily think he was a puppet, but I don't necessarily think he had much of a say in the roster either.
No.
And so now this is going back to the basics, is good fundamental baseball. There's mistakes, and there's young players that are going to make those mistakes, but I think if you're going to give them crap for some of the losing, you got to give them credit for some of this winning too.
No doubt.
No, in my opinion, obviously, like you said, has not changed. I felt that Oliver Marmol is not to blame for the years when they stunk. And, it's a roster construction deal. They didn't have the players to have the success that was required or that was going to be needed to win games at a consistent rate. So, for me, watching this team now, every player that gets an opportunity in the lineup, I think, has done outstanding. Mm-hmm. Like, they've had their moments. Collectively, they're all, playing the game the right way, doing the little things that are needed to. They run the bases really well. They run hard. They play really sound defense. They had a couple of errors last night. The Mason Wynn one was a tough one. I don't know how but they play the game the right way. And then you add the development that they've had from some of their younger players and the success that they're having now. You can say, okay, this team is trending in the right direction. Can you still be disappointed with the pitching? Sure. But Oli Marmol doesn't sign the pitchers, right? He doesn't.
Nor does he pitch the baseball.
Nor does he pitch. We give so much blame to coaches. The players have to play. And the lineup, the hitters, the defense have been doing an outstanding job. Some of the pitchers have been doing okay, and then some of them haven't. And I would assume that those guys that have not been doing as well as they should will eventually be replaced. When? I don't know. But they will be, because that's just how sports go.
To Kerry's point, this team playing the right way. I think a criticism for Oli Marmol in the past was that the team wasn't detail-oriented. Mm-hmm. When you look at what Mike Schilt did, it seemed like everybody was in love with Mike Schilt because of how just detailed the team was defensively and offensively as well. He
carried on the book, too.
He had the book.
Yeah.
I feel like this team, and to people's credit, there were holes with the roster, and they just did not play fundamental baseball at times in the last few years. I feel like that's different with this team. You know, earlier today, Alec Burleson slides into home, and you heard Brad and Chip talking about Mason Wynn being right there behind home plate, telling which side of the base to slide, telling Burleson, hey, slide this way. For a young team, I find that to be very important, but that goes to the coaching staff, letting these players know, like, even that minute of a detail matters in what was now, it was a 1-run ball game. Now it's a 3-run ball game. So I think Oli Marmol's doing a great job this year, and obviously the team is playing really well.
Yeah, Nathan Church, by the way, just doubled, so he doubled in a couple of runs. It looked like a home run.
It was the one part of the outfield wall that was 6 inches higher because of the door or something.
He hit it. But the Cardinals are up 7-4 now in the top of the 8th.
So we get a text from the 386. You guys, and laughing emoji, always defending Marmol. Bless your heart. 2 more laughing emojis. That actually plays into what's trending today, which we'll get to. But obviously,
What's your deal, pal?
yeah.
You like that one, huh? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the new one.
All right.
It's your deal, bud.
It's your deal,
Well,
guy.
what was his take?
There was no take, Anthony.
Okay.
Maybe there'll
Laughing
be a mic
emoji.
drop later.
He basically doesn't want us to talk nice about Oli. This person obviously still believes that Oli Marmol is a big problem for the Cardinals. That's what I would believe.
I think that I honestly believe that people give too much credit to coaches and too much blame to coaches. Like, dude, it's literally your job as an athlete to do your job. Mm-hmm. I actually heard Draymond Green today say that he loves Steve Kerr, but he feels like Steve Kerr may have held him back in some regards. And I love Draymond Green. But, dude, Draymond, Steve knocked down his shots, sir.
Yeah.
Steve Kerr knocked down the open jumpers all the time. You, sir, don't. So the coach really, literally had nothing to do with whatever you feel as though may have been, being held back, so to speak.
Yeah, I don't know how Draymond Green could say that.
But that's the mindset of people. The coach did it to me. The hell,
You're
man.
right, Carey. Those coaches really screwed me over for all those years.
Listen,
Like what, in like minutes logged?
brother, I don't know.
Maybe there's a certain style of offense he played.
I think he thinks that he could have had more of an offensive prowess had his coach allowed him to. And I would say your coach would have allowed you to if you knocked down open jumpers because you were always open. You got 2 of the greatest shooters to ever play the game on your team, and they ain't coming off of them. They leave your ass every time.
I think that's such a singular view that players might have, and when it's youth sports, I think a lot of times it's the parents that have that viewpoint.
Correct.
So it's like professional sports. Draymond Green is obviously thinking of only things through his prism, right?
Correct.
And I get it. But there is now, if you open things up, like you just explained, CD, if you open it up and say, hey, I could have been more of an offensive presence. Okay, well, who now are you taking the shots for? You're taking it from Klay Thompson. You're taking it from Steph Curry.
Kevin Durant.
Kevin Durant. Things are changing. So now things have to change, right? It's the old, I don't want to call it the butterfly effect, but there's a domino effect.
Right.
When it's youth sports, it's like, well, why isn't my kid getting the ball more? Why isn't my kid getting better opportunities? Because the coach has to think about the whole picture. He's got to think about everything. He's got to think about how each puzzle piece fits into that puzzle. And if the team is successful and is winning, you look at it just from your kid's viewpoint. But if you say, okay, hey, give the ball more to little Johnny. You're taking the ball away from so-and-so. What's the ripple effect? Well, I don't know. You're the coach. You figure it out. Oh, okay. Now it's my turn to figure it out. With Steve Kerr, going back to your example of Draymond Green, okay, you now be the coach, Draymond Green. You think you deserve more offensive opportunities. Great. How does that change the entire offense?
I would say
No explanation.
Right. Yeah, I just think so. That texter from the 386 says this game example left Dobbins in too long. Should have left Gordon in. So I guess he left Hunter Dobbins in too long, and now he's saying he should have left Gordon Graceffo in longer than he did.
Is this hindsight? Did we see
this
what
is his
happened?
example.
Guys, I have the answer.
Just hire him.
386. Throw your name in the hat. I mean, if baseball is such an easy sport to manage and you know exactly what you're doing, then I believe the Phillies have an opening right now.
Actually.
Phillies have an
The
opening.
Red Sox.
Red Sox
I think
have an
they're
opening.
interviewing.
I mean, it's not a bad idea.
Get after it, man.
Yeah.
I believe in you.
The Mets might have an opening at some point soon.
Yeah, I believe in you.
Yeah.
You're not wrong, Jamie. That's the best idea you've had this month.
Okay, I'll take that.
That is the best idea you've had this month.
I'll take
I mean,
that.
it is the end of the month, so.
Yeah.
Is it so?
It'd be better if it was tomorrow.
Yeah.
This month has been pretty good, and if that's the best one, I don't
That's the
know.
best one you've had this month.
Yeah. So just say it's a good idea. That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah, but just leave the other stuff.
Oh, sorry.
I do think when we look at decisions, I think we look at decisions for that specific game and not what is to come and what has previously happened. You're taking on the Dodgers these next 3 days, starting tomorrow. Don't you want Gordon Graceffo available for a few of those games if need be? You don't want to continue to pitch him in this game when you were up at the time by a few runs because you might want to preserve him against the Dodgers.
Yeah, what you just said, Marsh, was key in that if you just look at it game by game, and I'm gonna talk about the decisions that weren't made. You're missing a lot of information. You have no idea who's available, who's not, who's dealing with a slight injury, small injury, who's not, who might be running on fumes, who's not. You have incomplete information, especially when it comes to the bullpen.
Especially in a sport where you play almost every single day.
Right. So to say he should have done X, Y, and Z based on the result, I mean, it's just you're making every decision on hindsight.
I should have bought Apple stock when it first came out.
Same.
Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same.
Had I known then what I know now, you know?
Would have been great.
Would have been awesome, man.
All right, it's Fastlane on 101 ESPN. But you know what? You're actually taking responsibility for it. What this guy is doing is, Jamie, you should have bought Apple stock
That guy.
way back in the day.
Yeah.
That's what you should have done. And I don't know why anybody's praising Jamie right now. Guy didn't buy Apple stock. So
He did say all good guys.
it is all good. We appreciate you listening. Tell your 3 friends.
No, he said he put his name in already. So I thought
did he?
I
Good.
thought that was funny.
Oh, good.
I mean, if you're gonna chirp us and then you play along, I'm okay with that.
We cool.
It's the people that
You
don't
fit
play
in.
along.
Yeah. Hey, listen, grab a stool. Come on
Yeah,
up.
You fit in.
Grab a beer. It's a Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. All right. Jeremy Rutherford has his Blues fan survey. We'll dive into next on 101 ESPN.
All right, if you are thinking about selling your home anytime soon here in the St. Louis or St. Charles area, please call Gloria Lou with your home sold guaranteed realty. Gloria Lou does a tremendous job of listing homes for the right price. And when I say the right price, I mean a price that makes you the most money possible but gets your home sold quickly. Too many realtors out there, they swing too high and then the house sits on the market for a month, or maybe they swing too low and they price it way too low and you sell it quickly, but you're leaving money on the table. Not Gloria Lou. She prices it perfectly and then gets you to the closing table. Talked to many people recently who have used Gloria Lou and their home is on the market for 2 or 3 days and then they're sold. They've got an accepted offer and they are rolling. I want the same thing for you, but you do have to pick up the phone and you have to call Gloria Lou. Tell her Jamie Rivers sent you in. Her number's 314-325-6888. Again, 314-325-6888. Or you can always visit gloriahasthebuyers.com.
the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. Cardinals now up 9-4 on the Pirates as they look to sweep the 4-game series.
What is going on with this team
in Pittsburgh? They look good offensively.
What is going on? They've got a swagger to them. I'm watching these guys just march off the field after putting another couple of runs in, almost like, yeah, that's right.
It was 5-4, by the way, entering this inning, and now the Cardinals are they're pouring it on in Pittsburgh. Very impressive. Alec Burleson has had quite a series, and Jordan Walker just drove home Ivan Herrera, so it's 10-4. Just a remarkable series coming off of the sweep against Seattle. As we transition to, and by the way, we're still looking for your mic drops. We'll take your mic drops throughout the course of the day-to-day, your Scott Lee Heating Company mic drops, on whether or not this Cardinals performance to date has changed your mind at all about Oli Marmol and his ability to, for right now, get more out of the team than a lot of people expected. So leave us a mic drop, and we'll air those out throughout the course of the show. Jeremy Rutherford, our Blues insider, put together a Blues fan survey. Trades, most disappointing player, biggest need, Doug Armstrong's legacy. These are all questions. Here's some of the questions posed on the fan survey that we can discuss. What is the Blues' biggest need this offseason? So we're going to start there. That was one of the things that was asked of the fan survey. So if we were going to answer that question, what's the biggest need for the Blues this offseason? Your choices: defensive depth, fourth line upgrades, second line center, secondary scoring, or other. How would you answer that?
Me?
Yeah.
I'd say it's a tie.
There's two, yeah.
They're basically the same thing.
Yeah.
Secondary scoring and second line center?
Yeah. That's where my head's at. I think defensively, I think they're fine. The decor that ended the season was good. They played better. And if Juracek is going to push for a roster spot, great. That means that your depth is very strong at that position. We know the goaltender position is locked down with, right now, 2 great goalies. Your first line center's locked down with Robert Thomas. You know that Dalibor Dvorsky is probably your third line center. Fourth line center is going to be a combination of whoever's left over at that point. Mm-hmm. Where you have a gap is that second line center position. You don't have that secondary scoring / second line center that's going to get you, 50 to 70 points, which is what you're requiring right now. Mm-hmm. And so that's if I'm circling items of need, that's the number one thing for me.
CD, I would answer the same way.
Yeah. Second line scoring is I think, vital. And obviously having that second line center also is going to be beneficial to have that on your team. And we saw what the first line is capable of doing, but when there's no additional help coming, like you're solely relying on that first line to be, the difference makers, the guys that are pushing things forward and driving the game and doing all of those things, it makes it difficult to win because they can't play 25, 30 minutes a game. They're not going to. So you got to have some help from those other lines and some secondary lines, and hopefully, that's something that you look forward to gain this offseason.
All right, moving on. Again, Blues fan survey. This was posted at The Athletic. Is Dalibor Dvorsky a second or third line center long term?
Long term, I think he's your second line center. Long term. Short term, I don't think he's there. He made some big steps this year, but let's remember something about Dalibor Dvorsky. I don't know this to be true, but I have a pretty good idea that they really didn't have plans for him to be on the NHL squad until maybe the halfway point or close to the Olympic break. But because the depth was so challenged and there were some injuries in that early, he got thrust into the battle. And then once he was here, played pretty good. Mm-hmm. So based upon that information and seeing how he developed throughout the season, I don't think I want to put the pressure on him right away in training camp to be a second-line center. Now, he might come to camp and dominate. And if he does, you know what? Hey, even better. Because if we went and got a second-line center because we thought Dvorsky was going to be our third-line center, and then we have two guys that are competing for the second-line center, it means we're getting a lot of production.
Sure.
We've got a couple of really good pieces at that point, and it would be less to worry about. But I think he's still a year, maybe two away. I will say this. I think, in my head, he profiles to be a player like a Paul Stastny. Mm-hmm. Nothing flashy, nothing over the top. You're not going to get the 100-point season, things like that. But you're going to get a guy that can produce. Dvorsky's not the fastest skater in the league. Paul Stastny wasn't the fastest skater in the league, not the biggest guy. Like, there's a lot of things for me that are similar. And if Dvorsky turns into Paul Stastny, you are winning at that point.
Absolutely. All right, Blues fan survey. These are all questions posed by our guy Jeremy Rutherford, our Blues insider, with The Athletic, posed to the fans, and they have an opportunity to vote on it. And then Jared will probably swing back and discuss some of these topics later on. Should 2025 first-round pick Justin Carbonneau be on the 2026-27 roster, even if he's learning on the fly defensively?
Yes.
Jamie, you kind of answered this one, I feel like, the other day, and your answer is no, based on the lack of development when it comes to him as a defensive player.
Yeah, I don't think there's any way that he should be on the roster. Oh. Now, can he win his spot on the roster? Well, yeah, because if he comes to camp, plays well, there's only 4 preseason games, so that's going to limit some of the opportunity for him. But if he comes in and shows that he can play a good power forward game, make good offensive choices, and then be responsible defensively, I don't have a problem with it. The problem is most players don't come into camp like that at such a young age. They take time to go down to the minors and play. Jake Neighbors played in the minors. Dalibor Dvorsky, like, pick your pony. They all spent time in the minors unless they were an elite talent. And I don't know if Carbonneau is an elite talent at the NHL level, at least not yet. So why would you force him into situations where he could fail so much? Like, it's already going to be a big step for him. Going from junior hockey to the American Hockey League is a big step. Junior to the NHL is a massive step. So why would you throw him in the deep end with no hope right now of swimming and just say, he'll figure it out. He'll paddle enough. He won't drown. He'll be fine. But then how does that affect that player long term?
Yeah.
You know what Army talks about all the time? Like, sometimes the team does a disservice to the player as well by rushing them along. There's no reason to fast play Carbonneau. You're not a championship team. You're not you're just not there. Why not build a really good player so that he's part of your championship team a year down the road or 2 years down the road?
Sure.
And we're seeing what Steve Ott is doing with the Springfield Thunderbirds, that mindset, that culture that he's building at the AHL. I can't imagine Justin Carbonneau going to the AHL and not becoming a better player. And the Blues are looking for those nasty type of players that can put the puck in the back of the net. Like, I think of, Tom Wilson. Tom Wilson, could Justin Carbonneau be that type of player?
I don't think he doesn't profile. Like, here's the thing that people have to realize. He's a man amongst boys right now, playing junior hockey. He's a big frame at a young age, which means he's playing against 15, 16, 17-year-old boys right now. Will he be a power forward at the NHL level? We didn't see it in preseason. We didn't.
Could he get to that under a Steve Ott in the AHL before making the jump to the NHL?
Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe. Anything's possible. Now, the comparison to Tom Wilson, I mean...
Well, there's a size... Yeah.
Tom Wilson's a unicorn.
For sure.
He's 6'5", 230 pounds, and he runs around out there like he's a small guy. Like, he can fly.
Yeah.
So, but I think Carbonneau probably could have more scoring potential than Tom Wilson. But, yes, you need gritty players. You need guys that are not afraid to go to the net, not afraid to drive the middle ice. We saw that all last year. They're too long during the season where the Blues are playing from the outside of the danger area. So, I'm a big fan of Carbonneau. I'm also a big fan of developing him the right way so that he becomes a weapon and not a liability.
All right, one of the last ones here. If the Blues don't win the NHL draft lottery, should they try to trade all 3 first-round picks to move up into the top 2? This, of course, comes with the big caveat of whether or not they can.
Yeah, well, if someone's willing to do that, yeah. You do it. Because you've got 2 really high-end players, 3 if you go a little deeper into it, but are you going to get that with one of your first-round picks that you have? I'd argue that you'd be lucky if one of your first-round picks becomes a long-time NHL player. 2, percentage is lower. 3, percentage even lower. Package it up, get one of the top 2 picks. You're guaranteeing yourself an impact player.
Well, let's do this last one. Would you attach a first-round pick to trade Pavel Buchnevich? Yes. I'll answer that. Yeah. It's Fastlane on 101 ESPN. Cardinals up 10-4 right now. Bottom of the 8th. We'll have a bit of a breakdown
Stanic's
on this one. Yeah, Stanek. He'll be great. Marsh, why don't we do some What's Trending?
All right, sounds good.
What's Trending next on 101 ESPN? Auto Centers Nissan out in Herculaneum, they got unbelievable pricing, unbelievable selection. They've got over 1,000 new and used vehicles all in one location. You might not be looking for a brand new Nissan. You might be looking for a different make, a different model. Great. Auto Centers Nissan, they got you covered from a used vehicle standpoint. In fact, select used vehicles qualify for 0 down and no payments for 3 months. So you might not have the budget for a brand new Nissan. You might not have the budget for, I don't know, maybe a third car because you got a new driver within the household. Check out their pre-owned vehicles. They've got unbelievable pre-owned vehicles that are high quality, great offers, great deals, very reliable. That's what you're looking for in a vehicle for, maybe, again, a first-time driver. If it's something for yourself, though, you are looking for new vehicles. They got new Rogue, Pathfinder, Murano, and Frontier models at Auto Centers Nissan that are eligible for 0 payments for 6 months, 0 money down, and 0% APR for 60 months. Those new Nissans also include a 30-day return promise within 30 days. If you're not completely satisfied with the vehicle, bring it back and they'll refund your money. Remaining 2025 models at Auto Centers Nissan have been discounted up to $11,000 off MSRP. And as of right now, every vehicle on their website at AutoCentersNissan.com is eligible for up to $1,000 in additional savings. All you have to do is pick the vehicle that you like, hit the green Claim My Buyer's bonus button, and you'll lock in savings instantly. No gimmicks with that. Again, AutoCentersNissan.com. You'll find savings there. Find the vehicle you want. When you head out to Herculaneum, tell them Stalter sent you. It's Auto Centers Nissan.
101 ESPN Sports Center.
I'm Andrew Marsh. It's time for a Sports Center update brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling. The Cardinals go for the sweep in Pittsburgh. They currently lead the Pirates 10-4 in the top of the ninth inning. We'll talk a little bit more about this game and this series later in the show. But we got to get to what's trending next right here in the Fast Lane. I'm Andrew Marsh, and the Sports Center update is brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling, a Daikin heating and air conditioning dealer.
What are the hot topics in the sports world?
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
Here's what's trending.
Welcome back to the Fast Lane here on 101 ESPN with Anthony Stalter, Jamie Rivers, and Kerry Davis. I'm Andrew Marsh, and it's time for What's Trending. Gentlemen, yesterday during What's Trending, we talked about reporters. Kerry, you brought up how it just seems like everybody these days are just making stuff up, and we don't have real reporters as much as we used to. If you got a blue check mark on Twitter, you can say whatever you want, and there's no repercussion. Now, we have real reporters here in town, like Jeremy Rutherford, who will join us at 5:15, of course, later today, talk some Blues hockey. But in thinking about that, I came across an article by Andrew Holleran at The Spun, and they were he was talking about Boston media and basically how the way they've covered the whole Vrabel, Rossini thing, it's sort of been soft. And we're not going to talk about that. We've talked about that a few too many times. But I wanted to get your take on this. Jamie, you played in the NHL. You played for multiple teams. Carey, you played in the NFL, multiple cities. Anthony, you've worked in multiple cities before landing here in St. Louis. What do you deem to be soft media? And would you consider here in St. Louis to be soft media? We hear that all the time on the text line.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I would. I think this is a softer media. Absolutely. What? I think this is we're a part of it. I think this is a very...
Whoa. Speak for yourself.
It's very respectful media. It's not the gotcha media. It's not, hey, come on our show and we're going to just lambaste you and we're going to put you on the spot. And that's just typically not how we do. Now, I also don't think the St. Louis media gets enough credit for asking questions that need to be asked. I think reporters do here. I think we do. I don't think it's to quite the expectations of the fans. I think the fans expect that their raw emotion to also come out in the media, and that's just not how it's done. But I think if you're just going to label it, tough media, soft media, yeah, we're definitely on the softer side. I don't view it as like a soft thing. I review it as we're respectable to front offices and coaches and all that. But if you're just choosing the one, yeah, we're leaning softer.
Yeah. So being an a-hole doesn't make you a good reporter. Like, it doesn't. And some of the markets, like I played in New York, and it's almost like a badge of honor for like New York, Philly, certain places, like to be that guy who is insulting and not really even asking questions. You're just doing nothing but second guess the player or the manager. Like, that's easy to do. It takes no creativity. It takes no thought, really, to just be an a-hole. It doesn't. But people look at that, yeah, he's asking the hard-hitting questions. Let me tell you something. You can ask the same question two different ways, and you're going to get two different answers. One answer is going to be confrontational, and you won't get much out of it. The other one might be a very well-thought-out answer as to the why and the how things happened and why they went down. Mm-hmm. That doesn't make media soft because they're more intelligent to ask a real question about the situation rather than just calling out a coach or a president of hockey operations or a player. That doesn't necessarily make you a good reporter, in my opinion. And I've been in all the markets. New York, played in Ottawa, in Canada. The Canadian market can be difficult sometimes. I've been here in St. Louis, all over the place. And do I think that sometimes, the St. Louis media doesn't go with the I gotcha moment in their reporting? Yeah. Because you got to be here long term. Mm-hmm. Look at the people look at Derek Gould, look at all the people, Bernie Miklasz, all the years of being around. And Bernie was edgy too. He's probably one of the more edgy media people in town, but still respectful.
Yeah.
So That's my take on it.
Yeah, I think the bottom line is being respectful. You can have a point. I think when you are, reporting on athletes, as long as you keep it on the field and don't make it personal, I think everything is, because it's an opinion. Like, well, he dropped the ball, or he didn't hit the ball today, or he, has given up this number of runs, or he's dropped this many passes. All of those things are things that are actually happening, and you can question as to why a player is doing those things. But when you start questioning, like, integrity or who they are or attacking them, I think that gets confused with being tough, being good, hard in the media. Like the interview that always comes to my mind is Jim Rome and Jim Everett.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I will never forget that. I was a kid watching that. I'm like, why is he calling this man a woman's tennis player over and over and over again? Now, if he stands up and chokes the hell out of you, I mean, then
Which
you probably he tried. He did.
Yeah,
he threw the table
right
out
off
the
the
way.
stage.
Exactly.
Yep.
You're feeling strong, my friend. Call me Chris.
Call me Chris one more
time.
So, but I think people assume, that's hard hitting. No, it's not. That's disrespectful.
Right.
And Jim Rome, I think I'm pretty sure he's apologized, about that situation. But you should never get to that point where you're challenging an athlete or being disrespectful. So I don't think that makes it tough media, asking real questions. But I also think with the Vrabel situation, that's not on the field. So there's no need to be extremely critical because it's none of your damn business. Mm-hmm. Like, if it were something he was doing in the locker room,
well, we don't know.
In the facility, exactly, we don't.
We don't know.
If it was impacting his coaching, then you can probably ask those questions.
Yeah, but there's different members of the media then, though, on that, right? So the beat reporter, maybe they're not prying too much, but then if it's the Boston Herald, where a guy's writing a piece for it and it's just a regular reporter, I think he has every right, or she has every right to be
and you can ask those questions.
Yeah.
You can you can, like.
But I don't think you're going to get anything out of Vrabel when you're just attack him and say, "Oh, hey, how do you feel about doing this?" Like, well, okay, well, I think you know how I feel about it.
I want to talk to you about it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I do wonder if fans think that certain markets are soft. Like, we'll stick here in St. Louis. If there's a certain play in a game or a certain decision that is made and you are listening back to the post game, because I like, for me, this has happened for me where there was a certain play in whatever game and I really wanted to know about it. Like, what was the decision process here? And it was never even brought up. Mm-hmm. So I wonder if that will frustrate fans.
It does. Because there's been times when I'm watching Cardinal baseball or even sometimes Blues hockey, and I'm not working that night, and I'm not a reporter anyways. Yep. There'll be a situation that there's debate over in-game, and then it doesn't get followed up on after. Mm-hmm. I don't necessarily consider that soft. I guess you could, but I consider that just a missed opportunity. Bad reporting that you didn't follow up on that. Like, if Chip and BT are talking about something at length, and then it's a controversial kind of not sure, I think you have to ask at that point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm with you on that. Yeah,
because your job as a reporter is you're the conduit between the fan and the team itself. Yep. So it's your responsibility to satisfy the fan with some of the questions that they want answers to.
Agreed.
Could you imagine if fans were able to ask post-game questions?
Well, they are. Just check out Twitter.
They have nothing on the line in that regard. Mm-hmm. So they would ask the question based on, like, their raw emotion.
Yeah.
And because what's the penalty there? Mm-hmm. There is nothing. They can ask, they fire away, and they can go back to doing what they were doing before. Well, and they get their pound of flesh.
You have an example of it with the Calgary Flames at their end of the season press conference, where I don't know the reporter's name, but he basically asked a couple of the players, the fans were hoping you guys, and I'm paraphrasing, would essentially tank. Mm-hmm. And they're like, why are we answering this question?
Right. Yeah.
Why would we do that?
Yeah. It's ridiculous. Wait, what do you want them to say?
Exactly.
Yeah, I'd like to play really bad so they find somebody who's better than me to replace me next year.
Yeah. I don't want to put food on my table or my family's table. Yep. Everybody good?
Good here. All right.
Cardinals are good. They've won 4 straight now. They sweep the Pittsburgh Pirates. They do so today. Paul Skeens started the game. And the Cardinals pounced on them early. They win 10-5. When we break that down next on 101 ESPN. CD mowed the lawn before I came in today, and it's funny. It's like, man, I got done. I'm like, man, that felt pretty good. That workout felt pretty good. That wasn't the case just a couple of years ago. Testosterone levels, guys, as they tend to dip as we get older, they can impact things like your energy, your mood, things like that. That's why I started to go to Mentality, sat down with the board-certified physicians, jumped on their program. They concentrate on upping your free testosterone. They got some other programs for you, too. But CD, days like today, I feel great. Whether I work out or whether I do the lawn or some other chores, I feel good at the end of the day.
Yeah, and if you are a man and you feel like you're losing that edge, it might not just be your age. It could be low testosterone. And so you want to go into Mentality. They'll run a blood scan and check your levels. See where you are. See what you're missing. See what you're lacking. Talk to you in real terms. Give you real explanations. And then get you on a program like you are on, like I am on, to help you feel better. You won't be 25, but you'll definitely start to feel like you did when you were 25.
And in short order, too, they talk about 94% of men reporting renewed energy and focus within 60 days. And I know for me, it felt like much shorter than that. And the focus, right? We're all looking for like that edge when it comes to work, or even if you're just a weekend warrior playing sports, you kind of want that edge, right? If you're a competitor. And when it comes to Mentality, they'll give you that edge. When it comes to the locations, they got 2 different locations. CD usually goes to one in Chesterfield. I usually go to the one in South County. Same great people at both, though. They fit your schedule. It works. Mentality is fantastic. Tell them Kerry and Anthony sent you in there. Again, Mentality, you can book your appointment now at lowtusa.com.
The Cardinals have lost 4 in a row. They have a minus 15 run differential. But, gentlemen, after these 4 games, the Cardinals will be in the green when you look at the standings on MLB.com.
There we go.
Now we're talking.
4-0 win tonight. 4 wins this week against these Pittsburgh Pirates.
And, of course, old-timey Marsh was absolutely 100% correct. That's why we force Marsh to take a hit of hopium and to redo his prediction for the series. And when old-timey Marsh showed up, old-timey Marsh delivered some great news and some accurate news as well. 10-5 winners today. Your St. Louis Cardinals over the Pirates. They beat the snot out of Paul Skeens, who did have 9 Ks.
That good?
Didn't walk away with a win, though, CD.
No, he did not.
Strike out all you want as long as you're giving up 8 hits and 4 runs. What a bum.
I mean, he against the Cardinals, he definitely is.
What an
he cannot
absolute
find
bum.
a way to win.
Nope. Cannot beat these
If I was
Cardinals.
the Cardinals, I wouldn't want them.
Nah, why would you? I agree with that wholeheartedly.
I don't actually.
Wholeheartedly, I agree with that.
I don't
Yeah.
agree with that at all.
What?
I think that's terrible. You had the great idea earlier. That's a terrible idea. You just had no.
Well, the guy
The
can't
worst of the
perform
month.
against the Cardinals. Think if he wears the birds on the bat, he's going to do well?
He already did get a standing ovation at one point at Busch Stadium.
You know what?
That's because we got the best fans in baseball.
How about this? Let's just see
needed
what
it
happens.
that
Let
day.
Pirates let Pirates give us Paul Skeens. We'll throw them something. Ain't gonna be much because look at them. But
I'll give him Svans.
Swanson, we'll throw in Swanson.
They need some bullpen help.
They certainly do. Clearly. So your Cardinals are now 17-13 on the year. 4-game winning streak. Actually, I think they're 18-13 now.
They are.
On the year. So they got a 4-game winning streak. Thank you, Jamie. They got swept over the weekend by Seattle. They sweep Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh had been playing very well going into the series. And the Cardinals today banged out 10 runs. They had 14 hits. Multiple hits again from Alec Burleson, who had an unbelievable series. He was 3 for 5. Jordan Walker was 2 for 5 today. Nolan Gorman was 2 for 5. And Pedro Pajes was 2 for 5. Only Victor Scott, who was 0 for 2, but did get on base with a walk and wound up scoring a run. Only Victor Scott did not have a hit among the Cardinals starters.
He got hit by a pitch last night, though.
He did. And, of course, what was it, 2 nights ago? I think it was game 2. Every single player had a hit in the Cardinals lineup. This offense is fun to watch.
Mm-hmm. I know I'm not alone on this when I say
You're never alone, Jamie. Not when you have friends like this.
That's a good point. Thank you. But in particular, on this topic, I didn't see this coming. I didn't see this team being good offensively. I just didn't. I didn't expect Jordan Walker to be doing Jordan Walker things right now this year. I didn't know what to expect from JJ Wetherholt. The guy who I thought would be their most offensive player, Herrera, has been good, but the power hasn't been there yet. I didn't see this coming. Up and down this lineup, I did not see the Cardinals team to be an offensive team. And they have put up good numbers so far this year. I'm not talking batting average, OPS, runs scored. They've put up way more than I thought they would have.
I agree.
They've been fun to watch. Like the lineup is again, we've had, a lot of back and forth about what we expected going into the season. Again, I think Jamie just said, I don't think any of us expected this from this lineup, but you are seeing the maturation, you're seeing the development, you're seeing the progress from all of these players. And you also can give credit to management, to front office members, to Chaim Bloom, to the entire organization, because you don't see JJ Wetherholt with Brendan Donovan, in my opinion. You don't see Nolan Gorman with Nolan Arenado. You don't see, some of these guys playing every single day. Alec Burleson playing first base every day with Wilson Contreras. You don't have these opportunities. And one of the things that we've talked about, you don't know what you have until guys get to play every single day. Mm-hmm. Like there is something about, it was one of the most frustrating things for me a few years ago when you didn't know who was playing and you didn't know why they weren't playing. Like you didn't know who was playing where. It was all about, we have so much versatility. We can play guys in 5 different positions. Why?
Right.
Who the hell cares?
Right.
Like, what value does that add?
That was
if
a
you
big
have
thing for Mo.
injuries, cool.
Right.
But there is something about playing the same position, being a star in your role, doing your job every single day, and knowing what your job is. Knowing where you're batting in the lineup, knowing who's in front of you, who's behind you, knowing what position you're playing when you get to the ballpark, if you're playing at all. And I think that they've gotten to the point now because you were able to move on from some of these older veteran players. The contracts are greatly have greatly gone down. You're not paying players as much, but you're getting in my opinion, better play from these players than you have been over the last couple of years because you're actually developed them and they're playing the way that the game needs to be played.
Yeah, that whole thing was weird. Now I know that other teams, it's not like Mo was the only front office personnel or president of baseball operations in Major League Baseball that put an onus on having roster flexibility. That was kind of the thing that a lot of teams are doing. But it felt like that was the only thing he was putting focus on. Like, we're going to invest in roster flexibility. Can the guys play? We don't know. But they can play multiple spots.
They sure can.
Ish.
Yep.
And it wound up being a thing where it's like, what? That's not an identity.
This is a good thing.
That's not an identity. It really didn't help. It didn't matter, like wins and losses. It wasn't hey, we won in the margin thing. It was just, it wound up being useless and frustrating on top of that.
It was like, to me, it's like Moneyball. It's a version of that where we're going to do the next bet. Like, this is
but
our
like the 10th thing that made Moneyball successful. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like, correct.
Hey,
Position
we're gonna
versatility.
focus on this.
You focus on this, you have a championship.
What about the top 9 things?
Don't
worry about that. Yeah.
To me, it was pointless. And now, again, when you see guys knowing their role, you can be a star in your role because you know exactly, you have a defined role every single day. You know where you are, what you're doing, and how to be the best player for what you need to be doing for this team.
No doubt. Yeah, so they get a win. All right, Hunter Dobbins made his St. Louis Cardinals debut today. He pitches 4 1/3. He only allowed 2 hits, did allow 3 earned runs, had 4 Ks. Big issue today was he did not have any command. He issued 5 walks. So again, his final stat line: 4 1/3, 2 hits allowed, 3 earned runs, 5 walks, and 4 strikeouts, in 79 pitches. 41 of those were strikes. I thought he was fine today, all things considered. Like he didn't, I don't think he didn't blow me away, and he also didn't disappoint. He was just kind of really what Kyle Leahy had been, up until. Not Kyle Leahy, but maybe like a better version of what Palante has been, for the Cardinals. But you can't have 5 walks.
Don't you knock that Palante.
I know, he's been really good, actually.
He's pitched really well.
Or, Hunter Dobbins was Hunter Dobbins today. No comparison. He was fine. I didn't think he was great. He was fine.
Game, guys.
Yeah.
He was rolling through 4 there. Marsh and I were watching, and we were pretty impressed. Starting the 4th inning when he was at 40 pitches. He was kind of rolling, doing a pretty good job. And then naturally, there's going to be the speed bump. Most guys coming back from injury on their first start back, at least at the major league level, most guys don't just cruise through it, go 6 scoreless, and then we're good. So I think it was fine. For me, it's going to take a little more time to figure out what the hell he actually is in this rotation, or if he's even a part of it.
Agreed. Marsh, any thoughts on Hunter Dobbins?
No, I think he was fine. It looked like that on the mound he kept tailing off to the first base side of the first base side, and I don't know if there was like a hole there on the pitcher's mound. I know the broadcast, Chip and Brad had mentioned that something Skeens was also dealing with, so I don't know how much that affected his command.
Skeens was doing that, digging a hole on
Maybe
purpose.
He's like, well, you know what? If I'm not going to pitch good today, neither are you.
Yeah, I can see that.
I'm not too sure how much that played a factor into it, but I thought, like Jamie said, those first 4 innings, I thought he looked pretty good. Mm-hmm. And, Derek Gould the other day said that just getting 4 innings out of Hunter Dobbins would be like a godsend for the Cardinals. And so you get 4 1/3 today, and the Cardinals get a win. So I think that definitely helps this rotation moving forward, especially with this stretch of games that they're in.
I think Jeremy from the Snake Pit said it perfectly. At least he wasn't Fetty or Michaelis.
Did you know those two faced off against each other like a week or so ago?
I had no idea. 21-19 final score.
Michaelis went today, too, for the Nationals. Let's see how he did. He went 4 innings, allowed 3 hits, 3 earned runs, only walked 1, had 3 Ks. So
Good for him.
You know, if we're talking about former Cardinals, Nolan Arenado's actually been playing pretty well.
Has he?
This season?
yeah, he's been good.
And when I say that, like, he's been better this season than he has previously when he was with the Cardinals, which is slightly upsetting.
He made a great play the other night to preserve Arizona's win, but not surprising. Guy's an unbelievable Gold Glover. Tell you what former Cardinal was a bum last night, and that was Michael Walker.
Why would that bother you?
Well, I had the
You're not
Royals.
paying attention to what's going on in Kansas City.
Well, I had the Royals for bet the board. I backed Michael Walker. Probably last time I ever do so.
Wow.
Well, maybe his chain broke. Maybe that threw him off a little bit.
There was controversy around the chain, too, because he tucked the chain in really quick and then just like threw a pitch. The batter said he wasn't ready.
Yeah.
That was weird.
Tell you who wasn't ready. Michael Walker. It's Fastlane on 101 ESPN. 5 teams that could make a Seahawks-like surprise run to the Super Bowl. We'll talk about it next on 101 ESPN. .303, your time check is brought to you by Clarkson Jewelers, an officially licensed Rolex jeweler with Andrew Marsh, Kerry Davis, and Jamie Rivers. I'm Anthony Stalter. NFL.com put together an article of 5 teams that could make a Seahawks-like surprise run to Super Bowl 61. Now, Marsh told us not to look at the compiled 5 teams, to choose 5 teams that we think could do so, but he also listed out some rules. And the rules in the article are as follows. Rule number 1. I would not do a double take if they made the playoffs. Rule number 2, I would do a double take or maybe even a spit take if they won 14-plus games and coasted to victory in Super Bowl 61. Their starting QB's Sam Darnold score, a 1 to 10 scale, representing how much the QB has to prove himself. Number 4, whether the team has a unit as dominant as Seattle's dark side defense. And number 5, the presence of a Seahawksian player on the roster, which is to say a savvy veteran addition, a breakout-bound development project, or a smartly drafted potential rookie contributor. And you had mentioned, Marsh, to us in the example, that being like Jackson Smith and Jigba for the Seahawks last year.
Yeah.
All right. I don't know if I could. In fact, I know I can't. I couldn't come up with 5. There is one team that I felt fit most of these things, most of these rules, and that'd be the Houston Texans. The Houston Texans. Like if I were to go down these rules, I would not do a double take if they made the playoffs. No, they consistently made the playoffs. I would do a double take or maybe even a spit take if they won 14-plus games. That I would do.
Yeah.
Their starting QB's Sam Darnold score, a 1 to 10 scale, representing how much the QB has to prove himself. Yeah, about a 10.
Definitely.
Yeah.
CJ Stroud falling short
Need all
last
of it.
year.
Yeah, man.
Holy smokes.
Yeah.
Number 4, whether the team has a unit as dominant as Seattle's dark side defense.
Better believe it.
Check and check.
Yeah.
Defense is outstanding with Houston. The presence of a Seahawksian player on the roster, which is, say, a savvy veteran addition, a breakout-bound development project, or smartly drafted potential rookie contributor. You can go on any number of
David
ways
Montgomery
here.
could fall in that. If they can run the football, something that they were unable to do last year, like that could be the veteran signee that comes along. And you say, okay, all right, that might be a team that could actually surprise some people.
Sure.
So Houston was one of the teams that I had as well. I got another one on my list, and you guys are going to laugh at me, but I don't give a damn.
Oh, here we go.
The Cleveland Browns, man.
Ooh.
The Cleveland Browns. So if you run down that list, you talk about the first thing being I wouldn't be surprised if they made a run. I would not.
So you wouldn't be surprised if they made the playoffs?
I would not be surprised if they made the playoffs. And then the second one, would it shock me if they did it? They would shock the ever living crap out of me.
Right.
The quarterback meter, yeah, sure, 10. Again, who is it? Is it Deshaun? Is it? I don't think it's Dylan. Is it Shador? Yes. The draft pick or newly added player. Or the elite defense, yes, check and check. Myles Garrett, Defensive Player of the Year last year, check. Defensive Rookie Player of the Year as well, check and check for that. And then the last one, the newly additioned players or signees. I told you about the draft that they had last year, and I think they did another fantastic job in the draft this year. They drafted a lineman, Fano. They drafted 2 receivers, which they are going to help them in that passing game. And then they drafted the safety, who was on some boards a first-round safety, and they got him in the 3rd round. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, and then they got, I think Tylen Green from Arkansas, who is a freak athlete.
Yeah.
I don't know what he's going to do, but when I talk about drafting best player available, sign me up, because that young man is a freak athlete. They said they're not going to move him from quarterback, so they got 15 quarterbacks on the roster. But I think he's a guy that can do a lot of things for their team.
Yeah.
So Cleveland Browns would also fall on that list for me as well.
There's a couple of good ones. I got one here. It falls short, certainly, on a couple of fronts, but it's still intriguing to me, is the Commanders. I have the Commanders. Like, what are they? Are they what they were 2 years ago, or are they what they are last year? Mm-hmm. Like Jaden Daniels, we talk about a quarterback. He was enough to get them to the playoffs the year before. Last year, not a great year, a tough year for him. But I don't know if they fall enough into some of those categories to be really considered. I'm just looking at them as a team that has some of those pieces. I know you hate the head coach, and I'm not a big fan either.
I don't hate him.
But you don't
really
like him
don't.
as a coach.
At least the head coach is not one of the
It's
rules.
not. That's why I said,
Yeah. I don't hate him. I did not. I've seen it before where it's like, oh, he's gotten all this praise and this love and this whatever, and it's like, okay, how about we wait a year? And then the wheels fell off, and then it's, oh yeah, he's Dan Quinn.
I'm sorry I used the word hate. I'm sorry. I can tell you don't like it.
Thank you.
So
hate's such a strong word.
You hate him as a coach.
Hate in your heart. Let it out. So it's 5 teams on there. Can I give you? I think the first 2 teams that Anthony and I said are on
The
there.
Kansas City Chiefs.
I can come up with one more.
I got one more as well.
Okay.
Okay,
I
let's
got the
go,
Raiders.
boys. Whoa.
The Raiders.
The Raiders, Quay Walker, the addition that they had defensively, do they have? And again, getting Max Crosby back, all of the moves that they made to help that defense, I think that could be a special defense. The quarterback
That's
meter.
a tough division, though, Kerry.
But Patrick Mahomes is going to be, I don't know what he is to begin the season. Bo Nix just had another surgery to kind of clean up some things in his ankle because he's not all the way healed. So how will he be once the season begins? You know how I feel about the Chargers. Anthony loves them. I'm like, whatever, dude. So, yeah, the Raiders could
Justin
be,
Herbert.
you love them. But for me, the Raiders could be on that list as well. Who is your other team?
My other team you won't agree with, but it's Jacksonville.
Yeah, no, I'm out.
So if I again,
So no for me, dog.
Wait, that's surprising. You
They
were a
won
big Jacksonville
13
fan last year.
But
did they win 13?
They won the division.
Well, that's a stretch, Anthony.
Yeah.
Okay, but follow me here.
And they lost Travis Etienne.
I would not do a
or
double take if they
HN,
made the
however you call
playoffs. I would not.
Well, certainly
I
not.
would,
Their
I
first
would do a
place.
double take or maybe even a split take if they won 14 plus games and coasted to victory. Yes. They only won 13 last year. This is another game, and they'd have to make a run, Jamie. Their starting QB, Sam Darnold, score 1 to 10 scale representing how much a QB has to prove himself. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whether the team as a unit as dominant as Seattle's dark side defense, not really.
They don't have that.
They don't
That's
have
the one
that.
that they don't have for
They
me.
don't have a unit where it's like, yeah, that's pretty special. The presence of a Seahawks player on the roster, this one's kind of tough too. I would say he kind of had a small breakout last year with Parker Washington, the receiver.
Yeah.
I think it's really good.
And
Could
Travis
emerge as a
Hunter will
star.
be back as well. Should be. So maybe
Yeah.
that addition could be beneficial as well.
So that was Houston was my one and only, but Jacksonville I thought was at least intriguing.
I think we got 3 solid picks. Tell us who we got.
All right, let's start at 5, and we'll work our way up.
Okay, so this is from the article.
This
now.
is from the article. Our number 5 team is I'm sorry. No, I'm just kidding. The Cincinnati Bengals. You have Joe Burrow, obviously, who is...
Well, I mean,
They do have the special
criteria.
unit.
Yeah,
It's just
that being
offense.
the receivers,
But it's the offense.
And one passing game.
Yeah.
Sure.
So their dark side, do they have a dark side? Well, this article highlights that their offense is their dark side defense.
I can see that.
That's an
With
elite
Jamar
offense.
Chase and T. Higgins, who is their Seahawksian building block. Dexter Lawrence
Okay.
is the name mentioned here. So they are the number 5 team. The number 4 team, the Chicago Bears.
I was going to say them, but I didn't think they qualified.
Yeah, I don't. Say rule
What's
number
the
2.
elite?
Although
would
Anthony
you-
did pick Jacksonville.
Would you
so.
would you do a double take or even spit take if they won? They didn't. First of all, Jacksonville didn't even win a playoff game last year, so you
They
back
won
down.
the division, though. didn't they?
You back off.
Still on it.
14 plus game. I wouldn't do a spit take if the Bears won 14 games.
No.
All right, so you guys don't agree with this one.
No, I mean I agree that the Bears could make a run, but
Yeah.
I don't agree that they fall into the rules. No.
Who is their elite? What is
Their
elite?
dark side?
Yeah.
So I believe it is Ben Johnson. Ben Johnson is their dark side.
I can see it. I can see it.
I'm okay
It's a
with
stretch,
that.
but I'll go with it.
And what about the new addition or
Montez Sweat. He's an edge. He is the player named for the Bears.
Okay. Number 3.
Number 3, Anthony, you're going to like this. It's the Los Angeles Chargers.
I disagree with that one wholeheartedly. They have no dark side, elite, anything. They're just a bunch of good guys.
Quarterback.
We got Harbaugh.
No, thank you.
He's weird.
Marshall, run it down for me, sir.
Dark side.
So obviously you have Justin Herbert. I think we can all agree he needs to prove more.
Not to Anthony. Best quarterback ever.
Well,
you know what, Anthony? I tell you what, if you say he has the most to prove, he probably wins the
Thank
Super
you.
Bowl. As, that Sam Darnold take
Thank
was
you.
that was amazing, man.
I appreciate you.
You were spot on, brother. I was wrong. That's why I should listen to you more.
I don't know about that, but thank you anyways.
Their dark side is the defense with a caveat. Jesse Minter is no longer there. I think that's a huge thing, though.
That's a huge loss.
That's a huge loss for them. And Akeem Mesidor is their building block player.
Okay. All right, 2.
Number 2, my team, gentlemen, the Minnesota Vikings.
Wow.
Kyler Murray is that quarterback that they list.
Okay.
Their dark side, Brian Flores' defense.
All right.
And their building block is Dallas Turner, who is a younger player. This will be his 3rd year.
Yeah, first round pick a couple of years ago.
So, and they're going to rely on him heavily.
Must have missed the point of this drill. I don't understand it.
And
yeah,
gentlemen,
I think the Vikings are a little bit of a stretch.
Yeah.
number 1, the Houston Texans.
Well, we got
There
that
you go,
one right.
boys.
Look at us.
Well done.
Their building block, I mean, you guys hit on all the things, but their building block listed in the article is Ed Ingram, offensive guard.
Ed.
How are you? All right, we got to get to Chris Kerber next. We'll talk to the Blues play-by-play man next about some Blues offseason news here on 101 ESPN. It's the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. At some point, we might catch up with Chris Kerber, play-by-play man for the Blues. Gave him a ring. It might be wrapped up at the moment. So, switching gears to the Cardinals, who won again today, 10-5 over the Pirates. They swept Pittsburgh. We broke down that game a little bit earlier. But one of the questions that Marsh was posing to us in the office is whether or not JJ Wetherholt is already the face of the franchise. He has third most home runs in Major League Baseball amongst all rookies, tied for fourth in RBI, fourth in walks, fourth in on-base percentage amongst qualified rookies. This is before today's games, by the way. So, if you're updating things in real time, those numbers may have changed.
Specifically the first inning, Anthony. Of course,
specifically the first
we
inning.
watch him hit a leadoff home run today.
Right.
On Paul Skeens.
Which is why Marsh said, you know what? Let's generate a little JJ Wetherholt talk. Wetherholt is second in home runs on the team, fourth in RBI, second in walks, second in on-base, second in slugs, second in OPS. One player that leads a few of those categories, though, is Jordan Walker, who is also having a great season, maybe even a breakout season. Do you guys think the Cardinals already have their face of the franchise, or can you have multiple? What do you guys think? You think JJ's already there? You think it's somebody else? You think it's too early to decide?
Yeah.
Talk to me, peeps.
I think it's too early to decide. I think, your face of the franchise is, I think I think when you know, if that makes sense. And so I would say it's still early. Could it be, more defined by the end of the year? Sure. Could it be defined sometime next year? Sure. But I personally think it's still too early to just place that label on one person, because both of those guys that you're talking about, JJ being a rookie, Jordan really showing it for the first time in his career, and this is his third or fourth year. So I don't know if there's enough there to say, yeah, you're the guy, you're the face of this franchise, and we'll go with you for the remainder of your career or the remainder of the next few years, whatever the case may be.
Yeah, I think it's okay for a franchise to have multiple faces. I really do. When you look at the Cardinals right now, you'd circle Jordan Walker, Mason Wynn, JJ Wetherholt, Newt when he comes back, because Newt is a very popular player. If he sticks around, I'm just saying, as it sits currently, he is a Cardinal. Mm-hmm. I think it's okay. You look at the winning franchises, they have multiple faces. Like, yes, the Dodgers have Shohei Ohtani. I get it. They also have Mookie Betts, Freddie Freeman, Max Muncy. Like, they've got dudes.
Yeah.
So I think it's okay that if you've got more than one face, and if one player separates himself from the pack eventually, then great. Mm-hmm. That's even better for you. But I have to give praise to the Cardinals right now that we're even having this discussion.
Well, what qualifies face of the franchise, right? Like, to me, it's not. Yeah. You have to be a good player. That's obviously that's obvious, right? But what about personality?
I think personality comes out. It comes with it for sure. Leadership abilities. What their presence is like in the clubhouse. And if that's the case, then JJ Wetherholt, I think he and Mason Wynn probably are a little ahead of the pack when it comes to that, based on what we're hearing from them. I think that Jordan Walker's a little behind the curve when it comes to some of that. Just talking to some of the people within the organization, he's a good kid, nothing wrong with that, but he's got some learning to do still in multiple areas, which is fine. He's still a young man playing in the majors, and he's learning every day. But I think personality, coachability, everything comes out in that. For me, as far as the face of the franchise. Like, if you're the face of a franchise, man, you're more than just a good player.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
I agree. I think personality, like Mike Trout was such a good player, and while he was the face of the franchise, face of the Angels franchise, not always like a very personality-driven player, but there was something about him where I think Angels fans were like,
well, the mystique of him, too.
Bigger
can you
guy.
Imagine if he did have a personality?
Yeah, he'd be a superstar.
He'd be a rock star.
And if he wasn't playing for the Angels, you know what I mean?
That's probably
well, if he ever just said, I don't want to be here anymore.
Right, and go to the Dodgers, he'd be good.
They take him.
He'd be set, They
take him. It's right. It's about 30 minutes. Not a far drive.
Just do what Shohei did.
It's right there.
And Kevin Durant.
Go to the other.
You want to win or not, man? At the bottom, at the end of the day, right? You want to win, or you want to just talk about winners?
Well, I think a face of the franchise I think of like Billboard, who was on the big poster. You know, you drive down to Enterprise Center, and they have, Braden Shen was on one of them, I think, but they had to take that down because he was traded. But they have the players and their big picture right outside the stadium. So if we did the same thing for Busch Stadium, and if you did 3 of them, could you have, we don't have a Mike Trout on this team.
Yeah.
We don't have an Aaron Judge on this team. But maybe you have a collective of faces that are the faces of the franchise. Right now, would it be Jordan Walker, JJ Wetherholt,
Mason Wynn? I feel like, yeah, I feel like we're
I think Lars Newper.
I think people are starting to get a little sour on him.
I don't think people care about Lars right now.
Okay, guys, I'm just telling you.
Have you seen Nathan Church, man? Have you watched him play defense and hit that ball? I mean,
you see the underlying numbers.
Smoked
He's
one
not
today.
even close to Newt.
No one is actually. No one in the game, unless your name is Babe Ruth, Barry Bonds, Shohei Ohtani, Aaron Judge. There are just a few. Just name a few.
Yeah, combined.
You're telling me this guy's not a face of the franchise?
One player, all wrapped up in one. That's
what we're
neat.
talking about.
Yeah.
The 314 says MV3 2.0. So obviously back in the day you had Albert, Roland, Edmonds.
Who are they saying that is now?
Yeah,
Well, I think you're just saying you can have multiple.
You can have multiple
faces of the franchise.
Yeah, you had multiple.
Albert
but
was-
come on,
still
let's. Yeah, it was Albert Pujols.
Yachty?
It was Albert.
Masterson says can Burley get some love. Now
He's a
that's
St. Louis star.
that's
Marshy's job.
That's your territory, Marsh.
100%. Yeah, Alec Burleson, solid baseball player. He's a St. Louis star.
St. Louis star, not a.
We're talking
a superstar.
We're talking when you go watch Fox Baseball and they have a picture of
the graphics.
one player versus another player in the background of their panel. Who is that player?
For me right now, it's Mason Wynn.
Really?
Yeah.
I think it's JJ Wetherholt right now.
Well, you're a fool. I don't know what to tell you.
Or on Fox, it'd be Jordan Walker. It could be
That was
Jordan Walker.
aggressive.
That
Yeah.
was very aggressive. That was like when
I apologize.
that was almost as aggressive as when I told you we need to play the Light the Lamp that one day.
Yeah.
You're a tick off.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right.
No, it could be any one of those 3. You know what, Marsh? I guess we'll find out, right? The next graphic.
Yeah.
Let's see who it is.
Well, I think the Cardinals are playing the Dodgers on Fox on
Son
Saturday.
of a gun. We're
We'll
gonna find out soon. All right, Chris Kerber will join us next. He was, I don't know, he's doing something. So, gonna check in with him next on some Blues topics here on 101 ESPN. Jamie, I was talking to a neighbor the other day, and they're asking me about, hey, who's that guy that you use? You talk about him on the radio, and he helps people out with the loans and stuff. Like, oh, my guy Stewie? Here, let me give you his personal cell phone number. He's like, oh, is that the same number? That's not the same number you hand out. No, it's absolutely the same number I hand out, 314-324-4440. That's his personal cell phone number. So whether you're looking to refi, whether you're looking to secure your home loan, if you just want to ask him some questions to set yourself up better financially, Stewie's the guy.
Yeah, you always want to call somebody in these situations that you can trust, and Stewie is the man. He's great at what he does. He continuously strives every single day to help people save money and make sure they get the best deals no matter what it is out there. He's on top of everything that's going on when it comes to your interest rates, whether they're fluctuating upward, downward. I mean, he's basically your personal assistant when it comes to mortgages and lending. So give him a call again. That number's 314-324-4440. You can text him as well. He's busy right now. He told us to wing it because he's out there talking to a 101 ESPN listener right now, helping them out, and he can help you out too. If you missed any of that information or that phone number, Anthony, what can they do?
You can always Google the Bagel Loan.
NMLS number 226.
All right, last night we got home from a high school soccer game at about 10 o'clock at night, and my wife said the house is cold. So she went from the air conditioner to the heater and put the furnace back on. I know it's working, and I know it's working well because I get Classic Air Care out to the house to help maintain it. That's what you can do. As we get into the summer, Classic Air Care wants you to know a couple of things. Number one, best thing you can do to keep that thing running efficiently is change the air filter. That's the best thing you can do to make sure it's running at peak efficiency. And it's easy to do. You can even order air filters from them. They'll be delivered right to your house. And that link is on the upper right-hand corner of their website. Secondly, get them out and have them do a maintenance check. It's what I do. That's why I have the confidence that as we go into the summer, I've decreased as many possibilities of that thing breaking down. Now, if something does happen to go wrong, as it is a machine, it does happen. I know that Classic Air Care will be there. They got over 100 vans on the road, and they can typically get to you within 24 hours. They've got a 4.8 Google rating for a reason. It's because they prioritize customer service, and the customer service from the moment they take your order to come to your house to the moment they leave is top for them, and you're going to see that kind of customer service. Book an appointment online at classicaircare.com. They've been making people comfortable since 1926.
ESPN Sports Center.
I'm Andrew Marsh. It's time for a Sports Center update brought to you by Universal Windows Direct. The Cardinals sweep the Pirates in Pittsburgh. They take down the Pirates earlier today by a final score of 10-5. We talked a little bit about this series and today's specific game. If you missed that, make sure you go to 101ESPN.com or check out the free Dobbs Tire and Auto Center's 101 ESPN mobile app. Just head to the podcast page. You'll find all of our shows and all of our interviews there, and it's all brought to you by the Schaefer Door Company. Speaking of interviews, we're going to talk with voice of the Blues, Chris Kerber, coming up next right here in the Fast Lane. I'm Andrew Marsh, and the Sports Center update is brought to you by Universal Windows Direct. You'll be saying, I love my windows.
It's the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN with Kerry Davis and Jamie Rivers. I'm Anthony Stalter. Let's head to the Callier and Thompson phone line. Talk to the Blues play-by-play man, Chris Kerber. What's up, Kerbs?
Fellas, how are you this week?
We're doing great, Chris. We know you love hockey overall, not just the Blues. So, what's your main takeaway thus far in the NHL playoffs?
Well, I'll tell you what. If you guys saw the video last night, especially a couple of the videos from fans that are on social media of Dan Blader celebrating after Philadelphia beat Pittsburgh, that's just cool Stanley Cup playoff emotion, man. That was awesome. That's been cool. You know what? I think the I think the Minnesota-Dallas series has been kind of a good grind of a series, but it hasn't kind of put me to the edge of the couch. I think so far the two best series we've seen have actually been Tampa Bay against Montreal, and that Vegas-Utah series has been fantastic. I mean, Utah's had the lead in the third period in all 5 games, so those are some of my early first-round takeaways.
Kerbs, as you watch the first round, I find myself sometimes watching it and wondering, what would the Blues look like in this series? And it can be a variety of different series that I'm watching, and it doesn't necessarily have to be even a Western Conference series, because the style of play this year for the East has been very physical as well. But when you're watching some of this playoff hockey, what do you think to yourself about what the Blues might be missing in order to being one of those teams that you're watching right now that you're loving to watch?
Yeah, I've had those same thoughts, Jamie. And to me, I think first and foremost, the biggest thing is just consistency. Some kind of definition of play that you say, that's the St. Louis Blues style right now. And to me, that consistency was just all over the place for the Blues this season. And that's why when things really derailed early and they never found what kind of game they're supposed to get to, it looked like they started to find it, in the second half there after the Olympic break. However, that was defensively. Offensively, it never really got going except for that top line. So I think the biggest thing, just right off the hop, has got to be, obviously we can talk about level of play and players and development, things like that. But whether it's players with less experience, more veterans, adding one or two, you've just got to have some kind of consistent style of play that this is how we're going to play when things are going well, when things aren't going well. And that's what you can rely on. And that's something that I think you're seeing, like the teams that are in the playoffs, you're seeing that consistent level. You're seeing pretty much how they played in the regular season in the playoffs. And that even includes the 2 teams in Ottawa and LA that were swept. Their inconsistencies reared their head in the first round. These other teams have played pretty consistently.
Now, when you're watching it, Kerbs, for me personally, I look at the Blues' style of play last year in particular, and I think to myself, if they are going to be a competitive team in the Stanley Cup playoffs to what looks to be the near future, they've got to have a more physical identity. Would you agree with that?
Dude, Jamie, I agree completely with that. Look, there's a reason that WTF line started all those games that they did. There's a reason that WTF line, went out after the other teams scored goals. They started periods. It set a tone. It goes to what we were just talking about. And from top to bottom, the rest of the team kind of followed suit. You had a year because the Blues wanted to see, and honestly, look, this to me actually seems to it stems even back to training camp. If you're being real straight up about it, they just wanted to see how so many different pieces look and trying to get pieces in. Texier, all these different things, right? So a guy like Nathan Walker, who became a mainstay on that WTF line, was in and out of the lineup a good chunk this season, when he was healthy, right? Because they were looking to find some kind of consistency, chemistry, something, whatever you want to call it, throughout the entire lineup. And so we never saw from that grouping the same stuff we saw with Reddick Fox in the middle. And I don't think we saw it from the team as a whole. So I agree completely with you. And that's why I kind of lean towards, I think one of the biggest adjustments is either mindset, or if you want to call it personality, or if you want to call it DNA of this team. Braden Shen did anything and everything he could, to draw that, pull that team in and go, and it just didn't follow the way they should have. And so to me, I couldn't agree more with you. That's a massive, massive thing you're seeing in the playoffs that the Blues have to find, and it's tied to that consistency factor we talked about.
Kerbs, one of the main issues from last season was secondary scoring. You saw how great the first line was, but you wanted more from Pavel Buchnevich, Jordan Kyrou, Jake Neighbors. Do you think Justin Carboneau could probably be, some of that secondary scoring for next year, and also maybe be some of that identity that you're talking about that can help a team make it to the playoffs?
Well, without having that really clear crystal ball, I'm going to get high on hopium with you here. And just tell you, I sure as heck hope so. There's 2 factors with him that excites me. Number one, I like the way he looked in training camp for a while there. You really kind of wondered when we weren't in those meetings, but he stuck around. You're like, Could this kid break camp with the team, even if they send him back a few days in? And eventually they decided against that. He had a terrific season. He's still having a terrific season. Everything when you talk to everybody says he just likes to shoot, which is great. If he comes in and looks like he has that shot and ability to find the net like Jimmy Snuggerud has shown this year, to have two of those guys now at that age in the lineup, that's fantastic. So to be real honest with you, if the Blues are going to take the next step, and especially if we're going to see some offensive fire, it's going to come from that to me. So whether he's here full time next year, spend some time in Springfield getting some seasoning, which I don't think is ever wrong for anybody. One way or another, him stepping into that role you're asking about, Carey, I think is a very, very key piece to the future of the St. Louis Blues as they're built right now.
A couple more things for Chris Kerber here in the Fast Lane on 101 at ESPN. Kerbs, what's another offseason storyline that you find fascinating that we haven't covered yet?
You guys, look, there's a reason 101 is our hockey voice in St. Louis. And by the way, big thanks to Mike Ryder, Tommy Manor and stuff, because I think it's awesome that 101 decided to carry all the Springfield Thunderbirds games. That's pretty cool starting Friday. Just keeping Blues fans connected to their organization and to 101, which is great. You guys have hit on this. I think the first, to me, there's the three early off-season storylines for me. One, when do you get Dylan Holloway's contract scenario done? Right? Then you can put these in any order, I guess. Two, fascinated in what the assistant coaching decisions are going to be. Who's going to come in, what they're looking for, because when we talk about consistency, DNA, personality, whatever, that is all going to be a key part of this. And I also think it's really one of the first times in a while, except for maybe Craig Berube with Mike Weber, that we've seen, this kind of assistant coaching adjustment in one season for the Blues. So that's number two. And then number three, I'm fascinated by whatever draft strategy we end up seeing coming out of here. I don't think the Blues want to speed the process up. I don't see them in a big splash for a massive free agent come that. But they have assets, and with 12 draft picks in this upcoming draft, how they decide to manage it, do we think they're going to make 12 picks? I don't. I'm not even convinced, and maybe it's, again, high on hopium, that they're going to use all 3 first-rounders. At the same time, history shows that jumping into, say, a top 5 doesn't necessarily – it's only happened, I think, one time, I believe, since the Stanley or the salary cap came into play, right? But to me, the draft strategy then becomes the real story, and it'll start, if we get lucky or not, on Monday, find out whether you have the 12th pick, the 13th pick, or the first pick, or the second. All of those are in play, but the reality of it is that is the next real hurdle, because that defines, can you speed this thing up? Do you find a generational player? Do you find that next big thing? Kopitar was an 11th pick. Dustin Brown was a 13th pick. Pasternak was a 26th. Oshie was in the mid-20s. Berglund, is back a second. It's such an important next step for the Blues. And with 12 picks, this is a big offseason to me of assets for St. Louis that sets you up.
Kerbs, I'm going to ask you a question as the text line has been flooding our text line with for a while here now. What would you give up in order to acquire Brady Tkachuk?
Would I sacrifice my own self for the St. Louis Cardinals? Go to Ottawa. Okay? In all fairness to that question, I think we've only stayed in downtown Ottawa once or twice in my 26 years with this team, so I haven't had great Ottawa experiences. But being that you, Panger, JK, everybody's from there, I've heard great things about it when you actually live up there. What would I give up? A lot. But guys, look, there's several realities here, and we saw this play out with his brother. So we can, if at some point in time he were to become available, there's 31 teams that are interested in getting him.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Now you have to look at who's got the assets and what. Did the Blues have the assets to get Matthew Tkachuk? I believe they did, and I believe they were in it to a certain point. But look at what it did take to get Matthew. Brady is 26. He's played 8 seasons in the National Hockey League. right? So there's going to be a high demand. You're talking a couple first rounders, prospect, maybe a big name off your roster. I mean, Florida gave up Huberdeau and Uyghur. They gave up a 115-point player from the season before and a top 4 defenseman to get them. So this one is not going to be look. Number one, Jamie, I don't think, and I don't know if you agree with me, I don't think this drama is going to end anytime soon. I don't think there's anything that Brady can say or anything that Steve Staios could say from Ottawa that's going to squash it, especially because of the Canadian media. It's just going to be there. His actions, his words, everything is going to be scrutinized because, like he said, he's never said he wanted out of Ottawa publicly, right? The organization has never said anything about that. And look at what the kind of legs this thing has, right? So I don't think this story is going to go away anytime soon. I also don't think anything's going to happen anytime soon.
No, I agree with that. But that being said, if you're Doug Armstrong and Alex Steen, are you making that phone call just to check in?
Heck yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. Like, I mean, and that kind of goes back to the same topic, like with a player that has a no trade, right? I mean, no trade means that the team, you know, that you have a say whether or not the team trades you, but it doesn't mean that the team can't call around and ask if there's interest. So the moment you hear somebody's potentially available, I mean, this includes even when you're like, okay, what are the Dallas Stars going to do with Robertson, right? I mean, Robertson has goals in 8 straight playoff games, and Dallas is 2-6 in them. You want to talk about a weird nugget, right? That's a crazy one. Like when you hear of any of these guys potentially available, I think you've got to make the call. And I'll go one step further with you, Jim. We can get into this even more in the offseason here, okay? But I'm curious philosophically if the Blues get back into a different sandbox. And let's talk like the Ryan O'Reilly sandbox. When they felt they were ready and had the deal and they had tried to get that done at the draft, right? They went out and look at the difference that deal made for that player, right? At some point in time, when you look at how the Vegas Golden Knights are doing things, if to some degree the Boston Bruins, you look at some of these teams, the Dallas Stars, you know, that they're kind of, they've managed to stay amazingly competitive, even though they haven't won, through kind of some real seesaw years from Sagan and Ben, right? And even changing, you know, goaltenders to Ottinger eventually from Ben Bishop and stuff. Like, there's ways to keep this going. There's ways to do it. And the one thing that I do believe for sure, you just can't do it with your own prospects. Like, you're going to draft, you're going to get a barn of prospects, and at some point you've got to advance this for some pretty known commodities to put you through. And I think the Blues are going to, here within the next year or two, get into that window where that's the next step that they're going to have to be looking at.
Kerbs, good stuff. We appreciate it as always, and we'll check back with you again very soon.
Okay, guys. Have an awesome week.
You too. Thank you. That's Chris Kerber, voice of the Blues here on 101 ESPN. And as Kerbs mentioned before, Thunderbirds at Bruins, Game 1 puck drop tomorrow at 6 o'clock. We will have the Thunderbirds and Bruins coverage for you right here on 101 ESPN as they continue their series. So looking forward to those games being broadcast right here on 101 ESPN, your home of the Blues. We've got Hot Take or Hot Garbage coming up. 314-399-9646 is the Air Comfort Service text line. If you've got a hot take for us, send it in now. We'll play Hot Take, Hot Garbage next.
So many great games going on right now in the world of sports, whether it's the NHL, the NBA, MLB, all of them got some great things going on. And Circus Sports is right there with you. It's got that old school Vegas feel to the app. You're getting the best odds of any app that is out there on the market, and it's pretty easy. Just go to the App Store or the Google Play Store. Punch in Circus Sports. Find the white logo. The white logo is the one that is for the state of Missouri. Click on that, sign up, and you are ready to go. It is sports betting the way it should be. I'm looking at some of the games tonight. Minnesota Wild at minus 130 on the money line. That's a great game there. If you're looking to parlay it up a little bit, I like the underdog. I like the Anaheim Ducks on the money line at plus 110. All that available for you over at Circus Sports. They've got high betting limits, and they celebrate their winners. They don't block you, stop you, change things. Nope, they let you continue to win because I love to see people winning out there. That is the Circus Sports way. For more information, visit circasports.com. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Boom! Hot take! All right, time for Hot Take or Hot Garbage here in the Fast Lane on 101 at ESPN with Kerry Davis and James Rivers. I'm Anthony Stalter, Andrew Marsh with your Hot Take.
All right, let's start off with the 314 Hot Take or Hot Garbage. We have two possible All-Stars on this current Cardinals roster.
Oh,
two possible All-Stars.
Hot take.
Hot take.
hot take. I mean, I think right now there could be more than two in the conversation.
I can see it.
Does JJ Wetherholt get some consideration? Is he having a good enough year for that?
Oh, that's my two. Him and Jordan Walker.
Yeah.
I would throw Riley O'Brien in there.
I was thinking,
as well.
I was thinking Riley is Brian as well. Yeah. Either way, hot take. Whether it's 2, 3, definitely going to be multiple.
6, 7.
As of right now, 6.
Newt isn't back yet, Carey?
Why do you keep
I don't know.
going
Stop
back?
trying to make Newt a thing.
Yep, there it is.
He's a player
loves
on this
Newt.
roster, is he not?
He loves the neuter.
From Low Life Dad, hot take or hot garbage, spinach artichoke dip is the king of appetizers.
Hot garbage.
Hot garbage.
Spinach artichoke dip.
You got your nachos. You got your chicken.
dip
You got
is
your buffalo
good.
chicken dip.
I can go with
You got
just
your mozzarella,
guacamole and chips.
French
mozzarella
onion
stick.
dip.
You got your quesadilla.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even say it's the king of dips.
No, it's not at all. That was bad.
Got your bean dip.
Sure do.
Yeah.
You think bean dip is better than spin dip?
Depends on what bean it is. You know?
Depends what you're dipping.
You got like a cheese. You got a cheese bean, like a cream cheese type of 3-layer bean dip. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
The
I don't-
taco dip is good, too.
Taco dip.
Are you guys
is
double
good.
dippers?
No.
No, you can't be.
Just checking.
Unless it's
just
your own
making
dip.
sure.
I mean, it depends
Make
on
sure
the
you're not
situation.
double dipping.
But, you know,
Jamie, you strike me as a double dipper.
You double dip the chip.
I've heard about Carey double dipping.
You're supposed to take the chip and crack it in half if you want to use said same chip to dip it into the. That way there's people are
not
weird
dip,
with
you dip,
germs
you
and.
Yeah. Or hell, Marsh, you just take a scoop of dip,
Take
put it
a
on your own plate, and then you
big-ass
can dip
scoop.
as much as you want.
Yeah. I'm with you there. I use one chip sometimes as the vehicle to scoop the dip onto the little plate.
I like to have one chip as a blocker where I can use it as like a stopper so I can scoop off the dip.
Yeah.
You know, it's like a bulldozer
I like that.
I see what you did there.
excavator.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Good strategy.
Situation.
This
Yeah,
is learned a lot right here.
sure.
So let's bring it back here. Are you saying spin dip is not the best appetizer, or are you saying you just don't like spin
I don't like
dip?
it at all.
If
It's
there's
probably not the
if
best.
there's a
crap
bunch
off
of
my plate.
appetizers, I ain't even looking at spin dip.
Wow.
Not even close.
no.
I'm not even slowing down.
No.
When you're missing the halftime show for the Super Bowl to go get more food,
Yeah.
you're not getting spin dip.
No.
No chance.
What are you getting? Are you
Here.
getting a dip, like some sort
Well, it
of chip and
depends.
dip, or are you like because give me the meatballs. Yeah,
Yeah, that's-
I go for those meatballs.
Meatballs are good.
Carey, there's really not
Yeah.
much that I'm passing instead of the spin dip.
Spin dip is just fine. It's
Yeah.
mid.
I love spinach and artichoke dip. I guess I'm a weirdo. From the
It doesn't make you a
636.
weirdo. Just what
I got bad taste in
passing?
food,
What are you
apparently.
passing up for
I
that?
don't understand.
Who said I had to
Choices.
pass anything
I just
up?
question your choices at that point.
Who said I had to pass any of the other food up? I like eating
At
food.
some point, you're going to fill up, man. If you're going to fill up on spin art dip,
Well, I'll go take a trip to the bathroom and reload.
I can't get on board with it. Mark.
All right, from a 636, hot take or hot garbage, the key to the Blues and Cardinals becoming contenders will come from outside the current organizations, meaning their current rosters and prospects alone will not make them contenders.
Hot garbage.
Oh, hot
Cardinals.
take.
Hot
I would say hot
garbage.
take.
Cardinals are well on their way to becoming exactly what you think they should be.
Someone's been huffing the hopium over
I'm
here.
just
Huh?
saying.
Holy moly.
I see it. I've seen the development from this young group of players. I've seen the fantastic job that these coaches and the manager have done. Now, the only thing we're missing at this point is the pitching. And our guy, Chaim Bloom, knew that this was an issue, and he went and got pitching. So you talk about outside the organization, it's all here. It's all in the minors for the pitching. It's all here for the players, for the lineup, the batters. You're good, man. Trust me.
Okay.
Whatever, dude.
I was wondering, I had that jar of hopium. A little of it was gone. Some of it was gone.
There you go. Just a
I was
little bit.
wondering what happened to that jar.
Well, maybe Carey got into it.
Well.
That's what it sounds like. It.
All right, let's do one more from the Sun Launcher. Hot take or hot garbage. Oli Marmol will be the manager of the next Cardinals World Series championship.
Hot take.
Carey's got him winning this year.
I'm not. Nah. I mean, that's a bit drastic. The Dodgers are still. They're still in Major League Baseball.
Oh, there it
Still
is. His
exists.
firstborn.
There you go.
Hey,
I'm just saying.
We'll find out this
You can lose
weekend
in
who the better
NLCS.
team is, right?
Yeah, we will.
Yeah,
So that works out for the
Most important 3 games of the year.
Very much so. We're on that. You know about it, Anthony. Hey, he's mad because the Yankees aren't his Mets struggling.
My Mets. I don't like the Mets. Don't
You're
like
from
anything
New
about the
York.
Mets.
You're from New York. It's your
Yeah.
second team.
Okay, well, the Yankees would be my second team then. Okay.
Yankees are doing pretty good.
Stupid Mets.
He likes the Mets.
Man.
You rooted for the Mets.
No,
you were
I
hoping
didn't.
that they beat the Dodgers a couple years. You became a Met fan.
I did not
You
become
did.
a Met fan.
And then you became a Yankee fan.
Okay, listen, Carey. I do root for anybody but the Dodgers, so I guess you got me on a technicality. All right, we're taking your mic drops about the Cardinals and whether or not the team, the way they're playing, if they have changed your viewpoint on Oli Marmol. Leave us a mic drop on this. We're going to play this at some point later on the show. We also need a new Gauntlet contestant. So if you want to play in the Gauntlet, 314-399-9646 is the Air Comfort Service text line. We'll play the Gauntlet next in the Fast Lane.
When it comes to great beers, you have to listen up. Urban Chestnut has got Zwickel Light. They released it not too long ago. It's a light beer. It is great. If you're used to drinking light beer, or maybe you've tried light beer and you don't like it because, well, quite honestly, it doesn't taste like beer. It tastes more like water. Please give Zwickel Light a try. It is crisp, clean, refreshing, only 95 calories, 3.7 carbs. And it tastes great. I'm telling you, the moment I tried it, I knew I loved it. It is the unofficial beer of St. Louis hockey, and it is the official beer of the Rivers household. We love it over there. You can find it all over St. Louis, including over at Dirt Cheap. They're carrying that Zwickel Light as well. And please be on the lookout. Urban Chestnut has a great new hazy IPA. It's called Squirrel Works. Unbelievable beer. You're going to love it. It's a great combination with the Zwickel Light for all of your spring and summer parties that are coming up. Don't miss out on that. Don't miss out on anything. Visit urbanchestnut.com for more information regarding all of these things. And remember to keep it light and keep it local.
Warriors. 4 categories, 1 challenger. Can you survive the gauntlet?
Brought to you by Blue Note Roofing. Roofing, siding, and gutters. Visit BlueNoteRoofingSTL.com for a free inspection.
This is Fastline on 101 ESPN. Kerry Davis, Jamie Rivers, Andrew Marsh, Anthony Stalter. We welcome in Mike to the Gauntlet. What's up, Mike?
What's up, fellas?
Not much. Appreciate you joining us today. Appreciate you listening. Who would you like to go with? Marsh, Carey, Jamie, or me?
I'm going to go with CD since he's the only one I've never versed before.
Okay. Well, let's hear it for Kerry Davis.
Good luck, Mike.
Yeah, you too, man.
All righty, Mike, go ahead and tell Andrew Marsh to spin that wheel as Carey heads to the cone of silence.
All right, spin it up.
Mike, what are you hoping for, kid? Mike, you cut out. What are you hoping for?
Is the wheel done spinning?
It is now.
It is.
I don't really care. Whatever happens, happens.
That's a great
He
attitude,
doesn't
Mike.
trust it at all, and I don't blame him. Marsh, what is our category?
It's football.
Well, okay. So, were you thinking not football? Because sometimes the wheel will get you that way.
As long as it's not college. NFL, it might be all right.
All right.
Okay, all right.
boy.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy.
Well,
Good luck.
okay. All right. You're going to get 4 football-related questions. Each one is worth 2 points unless you ask for the options. If you ask for the options, those questions become worth 1 point. Are you ready?
Oh, I'm toast. Let's do this.
Okay. The Ravens signed Heisman Trophy finalist Diego Pavia on Tuesday. Before transferring to Vanderbilt, Pavia was named the Conference USA Offensive Player of the Year. Where?
Yeah, let's see those options.
All right. New Mexico, Cincinnati, or New Mexico State?
Let's go New Mexico State. Final answer.
All right. Question 2. Seattle will host an undetermined opponent at Lumen Field in the first game of the 2026 NFL season. But who scored the opening touchdown of the 2025 campaign?
Oh, geez. The options.
Was it Jalen Hurts, Javonte Williams, or Quentin Johnston?
Ooh. Jalen. Let's go Jalen Hurts. Final answer.
Thank you.
Question number 3. In 2009, this man set an NFL record for the longest span between 1,000-yard rushing seasons at 6.
You say 2009?
2009.
Oh, man. And you said it's between 6 seasons?
Yes.
Let's hear the options, please.
Options are Robert Smith, Ricky Williams, or Curtis Martin.
Let's go Curtis Martin. Final answer.
Final question, Mike. The Jets reportedly met late Monday afternoon at their facility with Russell Wilson. Can you identify the year in which the Seahawks drafted him?
I'm going to take a shot here. Let's go. Do 2011. Final answer.
Okay.
I'm toast.
Well, you never know. You never know, Mike. Let's see here. Kerry's going to make his way back in from the cone of silence. Sometimes he gets tripped up with years and things like that. You know?
Yeah, it happens.
Does happen. He does have his Illini shirt on, though, so he's locked and loaded, ready to rock.
Just think he's had it for a while, too.
Mm-hmm.
It's made like that.
No.
Yeah, either way.
Jamie would know he used to make T-shirts.
I did.
Yeah.
He'd make T-shirts. They're great, too.
In his basement.
No, that wasn't in my basement.
It was his mom's basement.
That's right. Carey.
Yeah.
Your category is football.
Okay.
Pack a lunch.
All right.
Question 1. The Ravens signed Heisman Trophy finalist Diego Pavia on Tuesday. Before transferring to Vanderbilt, Pavia was named the Conference USA Offensive Player of the Year. Where?
I'm going to need the options. I think I'll know it once I hear it.
New Mexico, Cincinnati, New Mexico State.
You had to give me both of them, huh? Hell if I know. I think it was New Mexico. Final answer.
Question 2. Seattle will host an undetermined opponent at Lumen Field in the first game of the 2026 NFL season. But who scored the opening touchdown of the 2025 campaign?
What the hell does
We were
that
just
have to
talking
do
about
with
that
that?
with T-Bone, weren't you?
The opening touchdown of the 2025 campaign. Who played in that game?
That's the question. I don't know.
Jeez Louise.
It's a pretty easy question, really.
It's really not, Jamie. I have no clue. Was it the? I don't even know who played in. It would have been the Eagles, but who did they play? Who? I don't know. Options.
Was it Jalen Hurts, Javonte Williams, or Quentin Johnston?
That's a very good question. That I don't think anybody knows. Except for you guys, because you got the answer right there. Jalen Hurts seems too obvious. I don't even remember who they played in the first game. But, okay, Quentin Johnston. Jalen Hurts, Finkel and Einhorn. Let's go with Quentin Johnston, final answer. That's probably a terrible answer.
Question number 3. In 2009, this man set an NFL record for the longest span between 1,000-yard rushing seasons at 6 years.
In 2009?
2009.
And he set the longest span between 1,000-yard seasons.
Yeah.
Yes.
Man, who was running the ball back then? Oh, my goodness. So that would have been like, I have no clue. I would probably know it when I hear it. So give me the options.
Options are Robert Smith, Ricky Williams, or Curtis Martin.
Would it be Ricky Williams? He did miss time. He came back. I think he had 1,000 in like 07 or 08. Robert Smith, I don't think it's him. Ricky Williams and who else?
Curtis Martin.
Let's go with Ricky Williams. Final answer.
Final question, CD. The Jets reportedly met late Monday afternoon at their facility with Russell Wilson. Can you identify the year in which the Seahawks drafted him?
I cannot. Actually, I can't. 2012? Oh, man. I don't even think I need the options because I don't think it matters. Ooh. Let's go with 2012. Final answer. These are ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous.
That's a good goal.
Wow.
Okay.
That means it's terrible.
Gentlemen, we're going to go right down the list.
Yes.
Mike versus Carey today in football.
Oh, man.
The Ravens signed Heisman Trophy finalist Diego Pavia on Tuesday. Before transferring to Vanderbilt, Pavia was named the Conference USA Offensive Player of the Year. Where? With the options, Carey went with New Mexico. With the options, Mike went with New Mexico State. Correct answer is
New Mexico State.
Mike up 1-0 on Carey.
Good job, Mike.
Sorry, Carey.
Seattle will host an undetermined opponent at Lumen Fields in the first game of the 2026 NFL season. But
How did that have to do with anything?
who scored the opening touchdown of the 2025 campaign? The Eagles played the Cowboys.
Couldn't remember.
Mike went with Jalen Hurts.
That's what I should have went with.
Carey went with Quentin Johnston, who didn't play in
Don't
that
play
game.
for the
Played
Cowboys.
Friday night against the Kansas City Chiefs.
I couldn't remember if
Quentin
it was the
Johnson of the Chargers.
or
Yeah.
the Cowboys.
Correct answer is
Javonte Williams.
Javonte Williams punched one in for the Cowboys.
And they don't think they did give it to him. Who fumbled in that game? ruined the whole game?
I don't know.
Oh, I do.
You remember that?
I
Was it
remember a
him?
fumble. It
Was he the one
him.
that fumbled?
Yeah, he
He did late. Yeah.
It was like late in the first half of
Yes. Yes, he
ruined
did.
the whole game for those Cowboys.
Son of a gun.
Ruined their season.
Ruined it right down.
Because the kid got kicked out of the game for spitting on Dak. First.
Oh, yeah. The Eagles' defensive tackle.
Jalen Carter.
Jalen Carter, yeah. All right. Anyways, we got a 1-0 lead for Mike here. In 2009, this man set an NFL record for the longest span between 1,000-yard rushing seasons at 6 years. Carey went with Ricky Williams. Mike went with Curtis, my man Martin. Correct answer is
Ricky Williams.
Carey on the board. We got a 1-1 tie. Will it come down to this? The Jets reportedly met late Monday afternoon at their facility with Russell Wilson. Can you identify the year in which the Seahawks drafted him? Your options were 2010, 2011, and 2012. Without the options, Carey said 2012. Without the options, Mike said 2011. One of you is right.
I know how this goes. I know what you guys do.
Mike.
You have chosen
Adios.
poorly.
Tell you what, Mike, you didn't think you had a shot. Carey said, hold my beer.
Oh, man.
Carey won it on that question. You were tied up. Carey won it on 2012. He was drafted in 2012. Mike, sorry, man. Carey got you today. 3-1.
That's all right. I had fun, fellas. Thank you.
Good
We
job.
appreciate you, Mike.
Yeah, man.
Thank
Have a
you.
great
Mike.
day.
Take care.
Yep. See you, boys.
By the skin of your teeth.
Adios.
Nice job,
I
Carey.
had that in there.
You did it, man.
Oh, man. Whew. 2012 felt right. New Mexico State. I knew it was one of the New Mexicos. Well, I knew it wasn't Cincinnati.
Yeah.
But no
The
clue.
only reason that it was New Mexico State is because we were just talking.
I didn't even look
about
at that.
Diego Pavia.
Couldn't remember who.
Tryout, then the signing, and
Right.
New Mexico State.
Lobos. No. New Mexico State.
What are they?
Yeah, they're the.
They're red and black.
Yeah, they're the.
Diablos.
No, they're not. Hold on. New Mexico is the Lobos.
Yes.
New Mexico State is the Aztecs.
No, that's San Diego
San Diego State. San Diego.
New Mexico State.
Blue Herons. No clue.
No, they're not the Blue Herons. It's the Lobos and the Bulldogs.
No.
New Mexico State. What does it start with?
It starts with an R.
Oh, the Rebels.
R.
Oh, I think it does. Maybe I'm wrong.
That doesn't start with an R.
Some of the snake pits at Aggies.
Oh, that's what. Yeah, that's
Aggies.
what it is.
There you go. All right, so Droid Aggies, John Aggies, Bernie Aggies. Nice job, guys. Nice job, Snake Pit. The Aggies.
Man. Oof.
Nice job, Carey. That was a close one.
That was.
We get a text from a 314. I clapped along with the Kerry Davis chant while driving. Bad idea. Don't do it.
Oh, yeah, no.
Be safe out
Yeah, be
there.
safe. Yeah. You can always clap in your head. All right. Sports Six Pack part 1 is next. Air Covered Service text line is 314-399-9646. Send your questions there. Sports Six Pack part 1 next in the Fast Lane.
It's time for the Fast Lane to answer your sports questions.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions. I want to have them answered immediately.
Asking me all these weird questions.
Answer the question.
Answer the question.
Answer me!
Refreshed by Urban Chestnut. Urban Chestnut Swickle Light Premium Light Beer. Live your lifestyle, St. Louis.
That's why you're not supposed to eat during the break, guys. It's Fastlane on 101 ESPN. Kerry Davis, Jamie Rivers, Anthony Stalter, Andrew Marsh with question number 1.
Question number 1.
What you got over there, Anthony? What are you eating? Some peanuts?
Little candy bar.
Oh.
It's gone. Sorry, guys. Yeah. A chair, but already ate it.
All right, from the 314, do you prefer your teams to be loved or hated by neutrals? For example, would you rather be the Sabres fans that get to the bandwagon of neutrals, or the Avs/Golden Knights fans who are more so hated by neutral fans?
I don't know. It was pretty fun in 2019 when everybody hopped on the Blues bandwagon. I got to be honest. That's great. There is something to rooting for the Cardinals when, people are calling you the devil magic team. But when everybody was behind the Blues in 2019 and they saw them as kind of a team of destiny, that I think is better. So I'll say it's better when you're kind of the beloved team as opposed to the one that's hated. But if you're hated, there's a reason why everybody hates you. It's because you're winning all the time.
And that's the thing right there is I think that any team that wins consistently becomes hated.
Yep.
Even if they weren't before.
Oh, absolutely. Look at the Red Sox.
Well, nobody cared about the Kansas City Chiefs for how long? Until they start winning.
50 years?
Consistently. And then now they don't like the Chiefs. They don't like Travis Kelce. They don't like Taylor Swift. They don't like Patrick Mahomes. They don't like his wife. Like all of a sudden, it's like all these things you can't stand about the Chiefs.
Don't like red.
And it's just simply because they're winning consistently.
100%.
And Patriots. Nobody cared about the Patriots for how long?
Long time.
They were irrelevant. And all of a sudden, they're the evil empire.
Yeah.
And it's just. So I think that. To Anthony's point, it's great to have a team where people get behind it, but if the Blues would have went on a 2 or 3 year run,
they would have been hated.
They would have been hated.
I always said this about the Boston Red Sox. In 2004, they became a nation. By 2007, I wanted said nation to burn. I was over. I was done. And I didn't root for the Red Sox in 04 either.
You better not have.
No, of course not. But I thought that they became just their fans and their team. They're insufferable by 07 when they went back and beat the Rockies.
Oh, I don't like that.
I know. I'm with you.
Jamie's a fan of the Patriots.
It's gross.
It is pretty gross.
Sick, man.
Yeah. It's almost as sick as Carey being a Dodgers fan.
That might be even grosser.
Nah,
well, Carey, what do you think? Obviously, people don't like the Dodgers.
I think being hated is outstanding. Being the villain. Everybody wants you to fail. Then you win. Then they go home and cry in their beer. It's wonderful. You're sad, are you? Pick the winning side, fool. It's easy.
Those villains always end up losing at some point, right?
Yeah.
I learned from you.
Whatever. Dude. Pal.
That Thanos guy won. He snapped half of
the
universe away.
Yeah.
He eventually lost.
He did. His head.
He lost his head. And
spoiler alert. Man.
Well, I just meant he got a little crazy.
Yeah.
What are we doing here?
And literally lost his head.
Spoiler alert.
I'm just saying he got ahead of himself.
Yeah.
With his victory.
Yeah.
And, he lost his cool. Lost his head.
Metaphorically.
And physically. And literally.
Spoiler alert. You guys, man. You're ruining the movie.
You've seen it.
Not yet.
Well, you'll be surprised when it happens.
Question number 2.
All right, from the 618, if you could road trip to any NFL/MLB stadium that you've never been to, what stadium/city/team would that be? Basically, a bucket list stadium.
Falcons, Atlanta. Fenway Park.
Fenway Park is cool.
Get out of here, both of you.
Cool.
Let's go see the Red Sox. No, I don't want to watch the Red
What if
Sox.
he's watching the Dodgers?
Falcons.
Let's go see the Falcons.
They got a new stadium.
Cool.
Chick-fil-A's not even
You
open
know who
there on
cares?
Sundays.
I don't care.
Hey, they got a 100-yard bar. The bar is 100 yards.
Well, I
Jamie.
care about that. I didn't say I wanted
Thank
to go
you.
to the stadium.
He's in. Jamie's in. Well, the bar's in the stadium.
Well, I don't know. I could do without the Atlanta Falcons, period. At their
Anthony could
stadium.
too.
Check out this, Anthony. Let's say that you said it's a 100-yard bar, right? The bar is 100 yards. The bar.
Sorry, I can barely see you right now. I've got so much rage inside me.
Let's say the actual bar itself is where the end zone is.
Yeah.
But fans can only move up in line with where the Falcons are on the field.
Yeah, nobody's
You'll
getting
never
served.
get to the end zone.
Nobody's getting served.
Never get a beverage. You better hope Bijan breaks a long one.
Better hope for something.
You guys are acting like they're the Jets.
Wow.
You act like they're the Jets.
Yeah, I do, because I'm a fan of them. I can talk crap, not you guys.
We're trying to give you a realistic picture of your team. They ain't the Jets. And they definitely ain't the Browns.
You're talking like they're the Jets.
You talk like they're the Jets.
Oh, I can.
I hate this team so much. I want to go see them play.
Of course. Where else do I want to go? I ain't going to Boston.
You don't want to go to Fenway?
I see that dump.
What if it was the Cardinals playing?
It's barely a major. I can see Cardinals anywhere. I don't have to go there. I don't have to see them in Boston. Why don't you guys choose Wrigley now?
I've already been
Been
there.
Wrigley. And you were there too. You loved it.
Yeah.
I remember watching you. Did your
Where were you
Cubs
watching them at?
T-shirt on? It was wild.
I didn't have the Cubs t-shirt on. Stop it. Jerkbag.
I don't know what stadium. I have an idea. Is Vegas?
I want to go to a Raider. I would like to go to a
like
Raider
I've
and
seen
sit in the
that.
black hole.
It's pretty unbelievable to look at. So, and it's Vegas. So I don't know. Kind of a double win.
Did the question say Major League Baseball stadium or just stadium?
Major League Baseball and NFL.
Oh, okay. Because Anthony just takes the rules in his own hands.
He does whatever he wants.
Okay. I listened.
I did too.
No, you didn't.
You hated my answer.
Yeah.
Boston.
After that, it didn't matter what the question was. He
We
hated your
just
answer so much.
crapped. No, we just crapped on the Red Sox, and then you guys like, hey, let's go see the Red
Fenway's
Sox.
cool.
Is it?
It is.
It's a little league park.
It is. It's astonishing
There's history there.
when you walk in to see how small it really is.
Yeah, it's tiny.
It is very tiny. It's
Red
very
Sox.
cool.
Quite frankly, the Red Sox should be embarrassed, and so should Major League Baseball. That's still a
We got a
stadium.
great area right behind on the street. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why don't you go take one of those duck boat tours and go see your Red Sox play? I'm disgusted.
Those duck boats are annoying downtown Boston. They are.
Yeah.
You get the hell out of the way. Like seriously. I'm with you on that one.
Thank you, Jamie.
Yeah.
I'd like to go to Lambeau Field. I feel like that'd be a fun game.
Not much else going on there though. Huh?
That's fine.
Yeah.
All they do probably up there is consume adult beverages during games.
Yeah.
Sounds like a good day to me. Watch some
But
football.
then, like, what happens after?
You just continue.
Just go.
The game is over at some
Game
point.
is over.
Go
Like,
get some cheese curds and call it a day.
really, huh?
That's it.
I don't need much. I'm a simple man.
All of a sudden, Atlanta's not too bad.
Atlanta actually is very, very nice. Great city.
It's a good city.
Great city.
I'm talking about the stadium.
Terrible stadium.
I'm not talking about the city.
Brand new stadium.
That's terrible.
It is a brand new stadium.
Never been
I was
there.
actually when I walked
I
out.
wanted to take you, but
I went to the Hawks game, and I forgot that they built a new stadium because I was looking. I'm like, well, what the hell is that stadium? That's not the stadium. It's not the Georgia Dome. In my mind, I didn't realize. I forgot that they built a new stadium, and it's right across the street.
Mercedes,
from
isn't it?
Mercedes-Benz Stadium.
yep.
It is.
It
pretty
looked
cool.
really nice.
It is cool.
From the outside.
Roof opens up, and when it closes, it creates the Mercedes logo.
Oh.
And they have
It
a
also
100-yard
looks like
bar.
something.
What does it look like?
When it's just a little bit open, it looks like something from the top.
It sure
Cowboy
does.
Stadium?
No.
It sure
No.
does. And you know what? Ironic is that same thing is in the stadium is what it looks like.
Especially when
The product.
especially when the Patriots are playing. Oh. I can't even do that. They just went to the Super Bowl. Little B-hole says if that's works perfectly there. If Anthony likes Boston so much, why doesn't he marry it? I'm assuming that's sarcasm after I just dumped on Boston and the Red Sox.
Usually the
but
ones we
I don't
dump
know.
on the most, we love the most.
There you go.
Well, then Atlanta.
You love them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to get to a Falcon game. You're going to make it
I
happen.
went to the Georgia Dome. I saw Vic play.
That was an experience, I'm sure.
It was.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Carrying this thing over there, Marsh.
Unless you're done talking about
Part 2 next on 101 ESPN.
Center.
I'm Andrew Marsh. It's time for a Sports Center update brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling. The Cardinals get the job done today. They sweep the Pirates. Up next, they'll have the Los Angeles Dodgers. We talked a little earlier today about the Cardinals sweep. If you missed that conversation, make sure you go to 101ESPN.com or check out the free Dobbs Tire and Auto Center's 101 ESPN mobile app. Just head to the podcast page and you'll find all of our shows there. And it's all brought to you by the Schaefer Door Company. We have part 2 of the Sports Six Pack coming up next, so get your questions into the Air Comfort Service text line 314-399-9646. We'll answer your questions next. I'm Andrew Marsh, and this Sports Center update is brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling, a Daikin heating and air conditioning dealer.
I have a question.
It's time for the Fast Lane to answer your sports questions.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions, and I want to have them answered immediately.
Asking me all these weird questions.
Answer the question. Answer the question.
Answer me!
Refreshed by Urban Chestnut. Urban Chestnut Swickle Light Premium Light Beer. Live your lifestyle, St. Louis.
Part 2 of the Sports Six Pack is right now. Kerry Davis, Jamie Rivers, Anthony Stalter, Andrew Marsh with question number, 3? 4? 3? Go for it. 3.
Question number 3.
All right, from the 314, if you had a time machine and you were able to go back in time to watch any sport before the 1950s, who would you watch and what sport?
Before the 1950s?
Before the 50s? I'd go back and watch the Montreal Canadiens in the Montreal Forum in its original, state, everything. You know, you see some of those pictures of people all dressed up in their suit, tie, wearing a fedora hat, watching a hockey game. It was a thing.
Yeah.
I think that's where I would go.
All right.
Whatever, Carey. What's your problem?
Nah,
You don't like the Montreal Canadiens?
I probably wouldn't want to go back to 1950. Just saying. I'll pass, dog. I'm okay.
That's a no for me, dog.
That's a no for me, dog. All right, yeah.
I'm cool here.
Why is that?
Things are a little better here.
What type of question is that?
Yeah.
I didn't think about that.
Why would I want to do that?
You know what? I'm with Carey. I'm not going to the 50s
I'm not going
either.
back there either. Although it was Canada, might be different.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Quite a bit.
I don't know. You know, hey, I'm good, dog.
Okay.
All right.
We stand with Carey. We're not going back to the
Going back there.
1950s.
Screw that.
All right.
Appreciate you.
60s, maybe. Then we could see Muhammad Ali. But even then, no, we're going to stay right here.
I've been so far back watching though, and then just had a better chance listening to it on the radio. No jumbo trying to look at either. What the hell are we talking about? I'm good, man. I appreciate it.
No, thank you.
All right.
That's what we say to that question.
Waterboy gets it.
Yeah. Yeah, he understands. All right, question 4. Let's keep the legs moving.
I don't think they had 100-yard bars back then.
No, they didn't. And if they did, they'd have 2 of them. And that's not right.
Question number 4.
You don't need 2 of them. You just need 1. 1 bar for 1 set of human
That was
beings.
very well played.
Thank you.
Yes.
From the 314.
Not doing that. We love you, Carey.
I appreciate it.
True or false? Shohei Ohtani will retire with the all-time home run record.
What? Like total number of home runs?
Where is he at now? And he's 31?
There's no way.
I say
No.
false.
I say there's no way.
Yeah, I don't think he's catching.
But I think he still will go down as the greatest player to ever play the game.
That I don't disagree with.
Where is he right now?
He has 286, and he is 31 years old. He'll be 32 in July.
No, he ain't getting a 762. He's not getting a 755. Nope. Not happening.
Nah. Where is he at on the current list of
He's
home
at
runs?
191.
That's where he is?
Yeah. He's tied with the Big Hurt right now.
Well, that's a good,
and
that's
Carlos
a good person
Pena.
to be tied with.
Yeah. He'll move up. No doubt about that, but I don't think he's moving up to.
I mean, he'll have 300 something by the end of the year, which would still put him at. What did you say he was at?
He's at 191 right now.
I mean, 300 will put him. I mean, let's say if he gets to 309 by the end of the year, he'll be at 150.
It's not happening.
310.
Quit asking.
150.
Question number 5.
All right, part-time Nebraska fan. How long do we have to see decent baseball from the Cardinals until we drop the "they'll fall off eventually" talk?
Oh, I don't know. I feel like we have, at least our show, we're just kind of riding this thing. I'm not going to
speak for yourself.
I'm not having I don't want to have is this sustainable conversation? I don't really care.
Yeah.
We asked in the offseason, can you just be entertaining? And that's what they've been. They've been entertaining.
Yeah.
I don't know what the advanced metrics say on certain things. I don't care. I'm not paying attention to it.
Yeah.
Is this sustainable?
You haven't paid
I don't know.
attention to the WOBA?
Oh, boy.
Woe bacon, woe
Expected
bah.
hits.
Expected this, expected that.
Shameful, man. The oopsies.
The oops, the oop, the oop.
Oopsie daisies.
Anthony, I'm with you. I think that, and I'm not going to tell people how to fan by any means, but I think the proper approach this year for Cardinals fans is to just enjoy the fun things that's going on. I had no expectations for this team as far as playoff bound, really none. We, as a group, said we want to watch fun, exciting baseball. Young guys are going to make mistakes, but they're also going to do things that are incredible. So let's just kind of enjoy the season. Now, so far, it's been a fantastic season for the Cardinals. They're winning games. 4 wins in a row against the Pirates. They're in the playoff mix right now. It's so early to even say that, but it's been fun. But my expectations were just to see improvement and to have fun watching it.
Yep. Check and check.
Question number 6.
From the 636. Get choked up thinking about this whole situation.
You're not alone.
I finished Chris Pronger's book today. First, no Jamie mention. But my question is that he spoke positively of Mike Keenan. I thought he was universally hated. Is there something I'm missing, or did he have a niche for developing guys or revamping careers and was horrible at everything else? LOL.
No, he had no niche for anything. What happened with Prongs and Keenan was it was kind of the perfect storm for Chris Pronger. He was in Hartford, and things were not going great for him. I mean, I'm not going to speak for him as far as off ice. That's his story to tell. On the ice, it wasn't going according to plan. He was then traded for Brendan Shanahan, and then when Mike Keenan saw how unpopular that trade was, Mike Keenan had no choice but to pour everything he had into Chris Pronger to make sure he became the player that he once did become, because otherwise, Keenan would have been, not just run out of town, but it would have been terrible for him. And so Keenan was difficult on Chris. He challenged him. He pushed him. But it was Chris that did all the work. It wasn't Mike Keenan. And when I say he pushed him, it's not like he was like a motivational guy pushing him. He was brutal to him. And Chris just happened to be strong enough mentally to battle through it and to come out on the other side being a great hockey player. So, yeah, Mike Keenan had really zero ability to develop any young guys. In fact, what he did is he preyed on the young players to treat them like crap so that he could get the respect of the older players. But credit to Chris Pronger for battling through all that and becoming a Hall of Famer.
Real quick, different Frank Thomas that Shohei is.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
There's a different Frank Thomas?
Yeah.
Is that like Brad Thomas?
No, it's a different Frank Thomas.
No kidding.
He looks a little different.
Oh, the Big Hurt is, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
He's you know what's funny? I looked at him like...
Definitely a different Frank Thomas. Wouldn't you say, Jamie?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, he played for the Pirates.
Yeah.
That Frank Thomas.
He did.
Yeah. Could have been a hockey player at some point. The Big Hurt. He could have been a football player.
Yeah. He's a big guy. Definitely could have been a linebacker.
Sure is.
No doubt.
Man.
Yep. Oh, yeah. All right, Marsh, is that it for us, Sports Six Pack?
That is 6, Anthony.
Yes.
Big segment coming up next.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, boy, yeah.
Oh, boy.
That's not big. Kerry's already won.
What are we doing here? No.
All the damn baseball games have pretty much already played.
They are, unfortunately.
All right, well, Bet the Board's next on 101 ESPN. All right, last day of Bet the Board, and Carey is dominating all of our faces. Rest of us just playing for second place.
Yeah,
so we're just kind of playing for pride, going to play this thing out. Because this dude Carey is just, he was a one-man wrecking crew in the month of April here. So, nice job, Carey. We'll try to catch you.
You guys are terrible, man.
But ain't no way in hell.
Nope.
It's never going to happen. It's never going to happen that one of us is going to win. All right. But we'll try.
Funny.
So Carey goes last in this case, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So are we going completely reverse order then, I guess? Marshy first, Anthony, then me?
Sure.
It doesn't really matter, but...
Doesn't matter.
Marshy, are you ready?
All of us, by the way, have our...
parlays.
Parlays.
Correct.
Yes, I'm ready to go here. I got a 10-leg parlay coming your way.
10. Holy smokes.
10. Well, I need it. All right. Let's start off with this. Boston Celtics, minus 4.5 on the spread. That's at minus 141. Jalen Brunson, 37-plus points, rebounds, assist. That is at minus 121. CJ McCollum, 25 points, rebounds, assist. That is at minus 149. Jake Ottinger, over 25.5 saves at minus 130. Jason Robertson, 5-plus shots on goal. Matt Boldy, 5-plus shots on goal. Those are both plus odds. Cutter Gauthier, 4-plus shots on goal at minus 140. Evan Bouchard, 3-plus shots on goal at minus 115. Connor McDavid with a power play point, I believe at minus 105. And plus odds, former Blue, Kasperi Kapanen to record a point.
You make sure you send that to us. That's 10. Where are you at? You have 5?
I'm 6.
So that would give you 16?
That would give me 16.
And what do I have? 12?
You have 13.
See what you did there. Try to put a little pressure on me.
A little insurance.
All right. You guys ready? I will take the Toronto Blue Jays. Mama Rivers Toronto Blue Jays, minus 130 tonight on the money line. I will also take the Anaheim Ducks, plus 110 to complete their series against the Oilers. I also want the Ducks over 3.5 goals against said Oil Can tonight. Going to be a 5-3 victory for the Ducks. I'm also going to take the Dallas Stars to upset Minnesota in Minnesota at plus 110. And I'm going to take the hot Atlanta Hawks plus 2.5 to extend their series against the Knicks. Please and thank you.
All right.
Because I'm down 4, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Are you done?
Yes, sir.
I'm just checking. That came out more aggressive than it needed to.
Nope, it's fine. It's all good.
My bad.
Apology somewhat accepted.
Well, I somewhat apologize.
That's why I somewhat accepted it.
Give me the Minnesota Wild tonight to close it out.
Oh, boy.
Minus 130 on the money line. Give me the over in the first period, minus 110. Give me the over on the game at minus 118. And give me those Ducks at plus 110.
And what was that, 4? 5?
Yeah, 4.
4?
4's the number.
You're 3 behind?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Now you got to hit your parlay. Fool.
I don't actually. I can just let you all bust like I'm at the blackjack table. You know what I mean?
You can, but what if we don't?
Yeah, I'd say you will. Give me.
He's actually right.
All right, give me the Celtics minus 4.5 on the outline as Marshy had.
Better be checking all these, by the way.
I mean, I'm just.
Well, that one's good.
He already took that one. Give me the Knicks on the money line. And give me the Blue Jays on the money line. You know what? Scratch that last one. Yeah, scratch that last one.
All right.
2, that's it?
I'm just going to go with 2.
Marshy's going to beat you.
You got 10.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
It's been done.
What was the it was 8, right?
8
From you?
12.
I hit an 8-1.
Did you?
Yep.
Yep.
Give me the Blue Jays money line as well.
Oh, there it is, the one. There it is. That all you got, big boy? You only got that, huh?
That's all I need.
Okay. All right, there you have it. Does that ever work?
I don't think so.
It's worth a shot.
All right, we got biggest question of the day coming up. Don't forget, we're still taking your mic drops on the Cardinals and whether or not your viewpoint has changed on Oli Marmol based on how the Cardinals are playing. We'll get to those mic drops at some point in the 5 o'clock hour, but we got biggest question of the day next.
for the Fast Lane's biggest question of the day. Presented by Banner Construction, the experts in James Hardy siding.
5 o'clock, your time check is brought to you by Clarkson Jewelers, an officially licensed Rolex jeweler with Kerry Davis, Jamie Rivers, and Anthony Stalter. And Jamarsh has got our biggest question of the day.
All right, so earlier we talked about Oli Marmol still taking your mic drops. We had a conversation about JJ Wetherholt. Obviously, Chaim Bloom is now in charge of the Cardinals in terms of being the president of baseball operations. The question today is, gentlemen, who will be responsible for changing the landscape of Cardinals baseball? I gave you a few candidates there. Feel free to throw your own candidate in the ring. But when all is said and done and this team is back on track, who will be the reason as to why that is?
Oliver Marmol. Let the haters deal with that.
Okay.
Oli.
I
Yep.
think ultimately I believe it's going to be a collaboration, but I think that it would have to be Chaim Bloom because Oli was here prior to Chaim Bloom, and John Mozeliak did not give him the pieces necessary to be a winning ball club year after year after year. And it did not seem like John Mozeliak had a vision for this team for the last couple of years. And the moment Chaim Bloom took over, he mapped out what his vision is for, now, 2 years from now, 3 years from now, 5 years from now. Like he's got a whole plan in place. So I think the logical answer is Chaim Bloom based on the fact that he's the guy that now is putting the roster together and the visionary for the roster moving forward.
Yeah, it's Chaim Bloom. It's Chaim Bloom. Look at what had just happened in Philadelphia with Rob Thompson. In 2022, I should say, they lost the World Series. So he got the Phillies to the World Series. They lost to Houston. The following year, got them to the NLCS, lost to Arizona. In 2024, lost in the NLDS to the Mets. And then last year, 2025, lost in the NLDS to the Dodgers, who was fired after a 9-19 season. Alex Cora was just fired in Boston, right? Alex Cora won a World Series with the Boston Red Sox. Won it in 2018. Lost the ALCS in 2021. Lost in the wild card last year to the Yankees. 10-17 record this year. But overall, he's got a .534 win percentage when he was with Boston. He was 18-10 in the postseason, was Alex Cora. I don't think that Alex Cora or Rob Thompson forgot how to manage baseball teams. I think what happened was their team wasn't constructed very well by the front office, and things started to fall apart. It's going to be Chaim Bloom that's going to be the major catalyst and the person responsible for changing the landscape of Cardinals baseball. Wherever we're at, whether it's Houston, Philadelphia, Boston, Chicago, New York, the GM responsible for putting the team together, getting the right mix, and finding the right young cost-control players through the draft or international market, that's the key to success in Major League Baseball. It's no system, right? There's no football system.
So let me ask you this.
Hockey system.
Let me ask you this then, because I'm starting to think in my head, is it Chaim Bloom or is it ultimately the DeWitts? Because they've hired said individual and they will ultimately give him the tools or not to complete his vision.
Well, we know it's not going to be a blank check. Chaim Bloom knows it's not going to be a blank check, so he has to work within the parameters of the job, right?
Yep.
So he already knows what the job is. Go ahead, Kerry.
Oliver Marmol.
Okay. Is that it?
Yeah. What the hell are we doing?
Kerry, you guys earlier just said that the manager's not that important.
Well, the championship is won.
Remember that?
You don't say, man, the front office did a great job. You say, that head coach, those players.
If this were a different sport, I might say that.
You think it's the front office every time?
For baseball?
Do you?
Yeah. I mean, obviously the players first, but who constructed the roster?
Puts those players together.
Yeah, I think the job of a Major League Baseball manager is very important. 162 plus games. You're managing different personalities. You're managing different stars. You're managing different experience levels. You're a lot of the times you're managing different backgrounds, right? Players that didn't even grow up here, and you're trying to mix it all together. It's the job of a Major League Baseball manager goes much beyond what we even talk about. Fans like to talk about the lineup construction, the bullpen, and that's it. If he puts a lineup together that I like and he doesn't screw this up with the bullpen, then he's an okay manager. Otherwise, they think every manager's terrible in every single market. But Major League Baseball, the way that teams are constructed now, I think the front office has as much to do with winning and losing more so than any other sport.
Okay.
That's my take.
I may agree to disagree, but it's just my opinion. I think when you look at the Cardinals and you say, hey man, they won the World Series. Tony La Russa. You don't say Walt Jocketty.
Oh, I think of Walt Jocketty.
You don't say him first.
I mean, you say both.
But you don't say him first.
That's what I said in today's game.
All right.
Can it
I certainly don't say Dave Roberts in LA, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you do. You say Shohei. You see what Dave is doing. No one can do what Dave is doing, man. You give Dave his credit.
Kerry, I gotta be honest, I think I could do what Dave's doing.
Give Dave some credit.
You know what? That's not fair. I don't like being that fan. I take it back. I don't like that fan. I could do it. I could not.
I wonder if it changes, though, for whatever run a certain team has, right? So when I think of the Philadelphia Eagles, I think of Howie Roseman.
Sure.
I don't think of Nick Sirianni.
No, because he's a rube.
And I think of Howie Roseman. When I think of the Patriots, I think of Bill Belichick before he took over as the guy making all the moves. But we think of Bill Belichick and Tom Brady.
Right.
So with the Dodgers, I don't really think of their manager. I really don't think of their front office. I think of the players. I think it just depends on the team and the vibe of the team where you pinpoint, okay, this player changed the direction of this franchise, this manager / head coach, whatever sport it is, changed the direction of the franchise, and this front office member changed. I think it just varies for whatever team you're talking about.
But if you go in baseball, who do you give the credit to? Like Milwaukee's been kicking everybody's face in the NL Central the last couple of years. Who do you give the credit to?
I give the credit to their front office. Right.
Well,
now, what about
Tampa? When Tampa was kicking everybody's teeth in with a shoestring budget.
Front office.
Right.
Okay, when I think of the Yankees, are you thinking of the front office or are you thinking of Aaron Judge?
I'm thinking of the players. So those super teams, Yankees, Dodgers, the ones that have all-stars at every position, I think of the players.
Like with Carey said, those Cardinal teams, Albert Pujols, Tony La Russa, and Lisa throws in Dave Duncan.
Sure.
I think it just depends.
But again, that's way back in there. I think right now, because let's go back to the biggest question. Biggest question of the day is who will be responsible for changing the landscape of Cardinals baseball in today's era of baseball? It's going to be Chaim Bloom.
I'm not disputing that. I actually agree.
This guy is.
I'm just trying to help Carey out with his answer and giving some other examples.
I actually think it's Chaim Bloom.
The way you said Oli the last time, I'm like, oh, he's got his paddles. He's going out to the island, and I respect that.
I give my guy Oli some credit. It's Chaim Bloom.
Yeah,
no question. I mean, just with the draft and the money that has been put in, like all of the things that have changed in a year's time, the progression, the development that you see that the Cardinals are actually pouring into their players, and the I guess not the need to rush people up because you have expectations to win now.
Sure.
Like I think that's extremely important too, because you could be in the front office and be a fan yourself. Oh goodness, we got a chance to win. We need to bring no, that's not the plan. You make a plan, you do adapt if need be, but the basic plan that you have and the core principles of that plan, if it's to develop players in the minor leagues and not panic when things go wrong in the major leagues with a specific position group, you ride it out.
Yeah.
And you have conversations with those players, and those players, trust me, they know that they aren't playing well.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a secret. It's not like the elephant in the room. Nah, I'm sitting here with that damn elephant every day. I know. I go to bed, he's right there. I wake up, he's right there. I got to play better.
Yeah.
Get to the stadium, he's right there. So I think that it is Chaim Bloom and the front office and what they've been doing. If they're going to be when the shift, and the shift is happening in this organization, is going to be because of what he was able to do both in the draft and with trades.
Mm-hmm.
Two things here. One, I'm curious your thoughts. When the Blues won their Stanley Cup, who do you think of? Doug Armstrong constructing that team, Craig Berube coming in to coach said team, or the players such as Jordan Bennington, Ryan O'Reilly, Alex Pietrangelo, so on and so forth?
How did the players get there?
I think of...
Well, that's what I'm asking. Like, who comes to mind first?
Craig Berube.
Yeah, I think of Craig Berube. I mean, obviously I think of the players. I think of Pat Maroon. I think of Jordan Bennington. How can you not, right? But if I were to, say, when things changed, it was Craig Berube.
Did they, though, or did they change when Jordan Bennington came
Bennington, and that was a managerial decision because they had Jake Allen. They had tried a few other backups, and then finally they decided to call up Jordan Bennington and see what this kid's got. And then the combination of what Craig Berube had already started to build within that locker room, and then the team getting some saves, some timely saves and really good performances, that created what I would call the perfect storm for that year.
Yeah,
so it started in the offseason early. Army got super aggressive to get Ryan O'Reilly, brought back David Perron, Tyler Bozak, had already drafted Alex Pietrangelo. The pieces were there. It just, in my opinion, it was never going to work under Mike Yeo. And I'm not saying that anyone could have taken over and won with that team, because that would be completely disrespectful and wrong. But Craig Berube's job was a lot easier once he got the goalie.
Second thing here, we got a text from the 618. The front office creates championship windows. Managers win championships.
I agree with the first part. I would say the players, though, capitalize on the championship, wins the championship. But I understand what you're saying. I'm not saying managers aren't important, but in the landscape of sports and how much of an impact they have on strategy and things like that, I think Major League Baseball managers are. There's a reason why they're called managers. They are managing the situation.
If you don't have the manager, how the heck are you going to get the pitcher out of the game?
The one guy the other day did it. He didn't realize he had to.
He's confused.
Boston. It's me.
No.
I gotta go get him.
We're supposed to have somebody up? Nah, where's the pamphlet to tell me?
Somebody tell me this. All right. Our guy Jeremy Rutherford's going to join us next. We'll talk to him about the fan survey that we were talking about earlier that he put together, and much, much more on your St. Louis Blues here on 101 ESPN.
for the Rutherford Report on 101 ESPN.
Anything you folks want to know about the fascinating world of pro hockey, here we go.
It's the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. Kerry Davis, Jamie Rivers, Anthony Stalter. Let's head to the Collier and Thompson phone line. We got our guy, Jeremy Rutherford, on the line. What's up, JR?
Not too much. Just working on a story that I think will be out later in the week. I caught up with, you guys remember Tony X from Twitter fame 10 years ago? Yeah.
What's he up to these days?
What did those tweets 10 years ago lead to? They led to getting married to a San Jose Sharks fan who followed him that night.
Wow.
Because of his tweets.
You're kidding me. Wow. Okay. Well, hey, cool. Good for him. JR, I know you were listening earlier when we were talking about your survey, so we kind of took the survey.
Yep.
Can you give us maybe a sneak peek on some of these answers from fans?
Yeah, I was going to joke around with you guys and say you pick two that you want the answers to, or the current numbers, and I'll give them to you. So
okay.
Which questions do you like there, and I'll play along here.
Oh, I like that. All right, so why don't we go with the biggest offseason need?
Biggest off-season need. Just give me a second to scroll down here. I got these sausage fingers here.
No. Take your time. Take your time. It's all good.
You would have to pick one that's way down the list here. Right?
I thought I was being convenient. It's fine, Listen,
okay,
Jerry.
Biggest off-season need here. Let's go 49.4%, and the winner is secondary scoring.
Okay, secondary scoring. Now, would you agree with that, JR?
Let's see here. What would I agree? 33.3%, by the way, is second line center.
Okay, so we kind of said this.
Say second.
Same thing.
Yeah, same thing, right? Yeah, secondary scoring, I think, should come with certain guys having better years if they're still around, i.e. Jordan Kyrou, Pavel Buchnevich, obviously Jake Neighbors needs to get involved in that. So, I don't think we're just talking about bottom six guys who can help contribute too, but I think some of those second line guys that we didn't see enough from would be a big help there.
JR, I asked, we had Kerbs on earlier today, and we were talking about that second line scoring or that secondary scoring, and the name that keeps popping up is Justin Carbonneau. Is he a player that can or will help this team in 26-27?
Yeah, I think so. And by the way, you guys get to ask me one more before we wrap up.
Yeah, Kerry, what the hell?
I'm sorry, I didn't follow the rules.
Come on, man.
You're supposed to ask for more wishes.
You're supposed to ask
for more wishes.
Just jump right into
that for later, yeah. But I think Justin Carbonneau can contribute if he's on the roster. I mean, you don't score 50-plus goals in junior hockey by accident. I understand that the Quebec League, is a high-scoring league sometimes. And sometimes that doesn't translate necessarily at the NHL level. But, I go back to when I wrote a story about Justin Carbonneau a few months ago, and I went back and talked to his junior hockey coach and the people who were around him, and they said that he was really learning the defensive side of the game. And I'll give you a quick example that, Jamie's real familiar with here is, you're on a face-off in the defensive zone, and as soon as the puck is dropped and the center is going for the face-off win, Justin Carbonneau was jumping, and he's just trying to get up the ice right away. Well, guess what? You lost that face-off, and now it's in the back of your net. And so those are the habits that they were trying to get him out of. So if you can kind of straighten them out in that area, which is always kind of a challenge with young players, especially guys who can score goals, you can get them up the ice and get them in the spots to score goals. I think he can help this team, Kerry. It's just going to be a matter of how raw he is and how far he's come along when he gets to training camp.
JR, I guess I'm interested in, if this is our last question for you, what did people say about attaching a first-rounder to Pavel Buchnevich in order to trade him?
A first-rounder to Pavel Buchnevich. Let's look it up here. And I told you guys already, I think 1,473 votes. That's pretty good for one day. We'll probably get up to about 2,500 votes before it's all said and done. And in radio, this is called stalling while I scroll down here.
Bridging. We're bridging.
Bridging, yeah. Would you attach a first-round pick to trade Pavel Buchnevich? The winning number is 62.9%, and that answer is no, they would not. So it's 62.9% to 37.1%, and the no's prevail with that question.
All right, JR, I will get back on the program and ask you this. Who was the Blues' most disappointing player in the survey?
Kerry, you said only two.
He said two, and then Jamie told me to ask for more, so I'm asking.
No.
You're going to ask for permission.
You're going to give the whole
You got to ask for. You don't ask
like
for
when
permission.
the genie pops out of the
you
bottle,
ask for forgiveness.
says your first wish, I want 10 more wishes.
If you say no, it's fine. I just ask for forgiveness. I won't ask for permission.
I'll always give you forgiveness, Kerry, and this is bonus day, so you guys get 3 questions, and this is the third and final. Hey, if I tell you any more, people don't have to read the story.
Exactly. Good point, Joe. I tried to tell Kerry that I didn't get it.
Yeah. Who is the most disappointing player right now? You're looking at 51%, and that guy is Jordan Kyrou. Pavel Buchnevich, 31.4%, and 15.1%, Jordan Bennington.
Ooh.
Okay. There you go.
Maybe get an other on there.
You want an other? Yeah.
Other. No, I thought it would be other.
Not another.
Hey, JR.
I thought other was really good this year.
Good point. Hey, it might be a little early to hear any rumblings yet, but are you hearing anything at all about assistant coach candidates here in St. Louis? Like, have they started the process? Do you know it all?
I have not. I have to be upfront on this one, though. I've been really deep in the report cards, the who's coming, who's staying, who's going type stuff. I do know that Doug Armstrong said at the time that this is going to be a process, and not only were they going to have to wait for guys to become available, but they wanted to identify what type of person they were looking for first. And, you know, not to dodge the question, Jamie, but I think that what he said was important. Like, every offseason, if you're looking for assistant coaches, you know, a lot of times it's, well, let's go get this guy. Well, let's go get that guy. Well, yeah, they're named guys who've had a couple jobs in the league, maybe even as a head coach, but then you get them on your bench to run your penalty kill. And, you know, is he what you need? Like, is he good at the penalty kill? And so I think what Doug Armstrong explained to us is that they want to get somebody who fits exactly what they're looking for to help these special teams, and then say, who is that person, and then try to go out and identify him and bring him in. So, yeah, no details on that yet, though.
Yeah, so in your opinion, though, JR, obviously we don't know who they're going to interview, but just asking your opinion, because a lot of the guys that they might identify might already have jobs elsewhere in the National Hockey League, and then that would lead me to wonder, which my question to you is, do you think that Army and Monty and Steiner would elect to go with a staff of people who were maybe really good at the collegiate level, the American Hockey League, or even Junior Hockey League, and maybe not do a retread with somebody?
I think they could go anywhere, and this is common knowledge, I believe, but before they hired Jim Montgomery, I think back when they had Drew Bannister, they made a pitch for David Carl at Denver. And, you know, here's a guy who's never coached in the NHL. He's been pursued by a number of teams, and they were ready to give him, I believe it was going to be a 3-year deal, neighborhood of, I think, $15 million that Carl turned down. And what does he do? He goes out and wins another championship at Denver, and, you know, doesn't appear that he's going to leave. So the reason I explain that is because, you know, I think they'd hire anybody if they felt like that person was going to be able to come in and help. You know, keep in mind, too, you know, they've had some older veteran coaches and decided to bring in Mike Weber, younger guys, to relate to the defense, the younger players on defense. And, you know, that didn't work out as well as anybody hoped. So I think they're looking for just people who can communicate and get the message across to these young players in a way that they hear it and learn from it. And I think any of the types of levels that you just mentioned, I think would be somebody that they would look at.
JR, great stuff. Looking forward to all of the results for your fan survey at The Athletic. When's that coming out?
Yeah, it's already been published on 101 ESPN.
Thanks to Kerry Davis.
Sorry, when's this come out? Yeah, we'll give it a few more days. What is today? Is today Thursday? So it may be early next week. How about early next week?
Okay, sounds good. We're looking forward to that. All right, JR, be good.
Okay, sounds good, guys. Thanks.
We'll see. That's Jeremy Rutherford, our Blues Insider with The Athletic. Again, he's got that fan survey that he put together, and you can go and vote if you're an Athletic subscriber. Go out, check it. You can, you know, go through all the survey questions, answer them yourself, and then we'll see the results at some point next week. All right, we've been asking for your Scott Lee Heating Company mic drops. Have the way the Cardinals played changed your mind on Oli Marmol. Your mic drops next on 101 ESPN.
.101 ESPN Sports Center.
I'm Andrew Marsh. It's time for a Sports Center update brought to you by Universal Windows Direct. We are taking your mic drops. Has this Cardinals team changed your view on Oli Marmol? We're going to play some of those mic drops next as the Cardinals swept the Pirates. 4 games. They'll take on the LA Dodgers next. So we'll see how that pans out for the Cardinals. But a good day for your Redbirds. If you missed anything from today's show, including our conversations about your St. Louis Cardinals and our interviews with Chris Kerber and Jeremy Rutherford, make sure you go to 101ESPN.com or check out the free Dobbs Tire and Auto Center's 101 ESPN mobile app. Just head to the podcast page and you'll find all of our interviews and all of our shows there. And it's all brought to you by the Schaefer Door Company. This Sports Center update is brought to you by Universal Windows Direct. You'll be saying, I love my windows.
We've been taking your mic drops throughout the course of the show, and now it's time to play those mic drops of the way the Cardinals been playing as they change your mind or your viewpoint on Oli Marmol. Why don't we hear from David first?
No, my feeling on Oli hasn't changed one bit from the time they've hired him. I've always thought he's a good manager. I think he handles the pitching staff very well, and I think he does a great job with the players. The players seem to like him. He seems to stand up for them, and he's holding a standard of expectation of play. I think he does a great job. I don't think you get to be the 6th longest tenured manager in baseball if there's something wrong. So my feeling is that he absolutely is what I thought he would be. What he's never really had are the big horses. By the time he got Goldschmidt, Arenado, he had a year or so of them being pretty good. And after that, those guys really were dropping off. They've never had, the team that he could really stand in front of and lead to a lot of victories. But it's coming. And I do believe if the Cardinals maintain him as the manager, as they build this program out of this rebuild, you're going to see some incredibly good things happen. I definitely think he's a top 5 manager. I do, and I've always thought that.
All right, I'm gonna reserve my judgment here by listening to a couple more mic drops. All right, I got some thoughts on what David said, but I want to hear some of these other mic drops and see the direction.
Do we have a choice?
See the direction of this.
Do we get a say?
Now, Jamie and Carey, what are your thoughts on what David said?
Don't tell me what to do.
I agree 100%. Kind of what I said. I've always thought he was a good manager. Good dude.
Keep it short, Carey, because Anthony's got thoughts. Yeah.
Sorry.
Let's hear from Devin next.
I like what Marmol's done so far this season. Now, I wasn't too big of a fan of the extension in spring training because I thought maybe they'd go the route of Yachty or Albert. But so far through this rebuild to the start, Oli is really getting these players to develop. They're becoming solid everyday players. He's not moving guys and playing 5 different positions every day, which finally we're past that. The lineup has consistently been the same almost every day, which we haven't had the last few years, which is awesome. But considering the Cardinals have one of the worst bullpens in all of baseball and the starting rotation is mid at best, he's got them in a good spot. I think we all want Swanson to be sent down. I think we're all over that project. That's not his job. So,
Ollie, don't worry.
Nothing to do there, but I think he's figured how guys need to be used in certain situations. Brule is solid. You got Graceffo, JoJo, O'Brien. Those guys are consistently solid late inning relievers. I think he's doing a real good job with that implementation. Pleasantly surprised with Marmol's managing.
Okay. Guys, your thoughts?
Are we loud?
Yeah, of course. Always. What's your thought?
Okay, I feel like it's a trap.
No, you go ahead. I went last time. We both can't go.
That's right. You're right.
This next one is Lisa. I'm kidding.
So what I was thinking after that one is just that, and I don't know to be true. I said it earlier in the show, but it feels like Oli is being left alone to do his job. Whereas at times in the last couple of years, maybe certain roster decisions were forced upon him.
Sure.
And this just seems like he's got the final say, and that therefore he's got more control over his team. Like, that's why we're seeing a certain identity to this team, I think, is because he's getting to do it his way.
Yeah. Kerry, you want to go to Lisa?
No, I don't do that. Yep. Go to Lisa.
Lisa.
Hey, guys. So this has been a good question for the last 45 minutes. I've been pondering it. I think that the team is playing hard right now, which I appreciate as a Cardinal fan. I like that they're playing really hard. I think they'll have to obviously keep adjusting because we know the pitchers on the other teams are going to keep adjusting. And hopefully if what everyone says is that his athletes will listen to him and they keep adjusting. So I don't like ding-dong moves like last week when you said all three at once. But hopefully he continues to grow because at the end of the day, I just want my baseball team to win. So anyway, as uncomfortable and as unfamiliar as it is, I think I'm not nearly as pissy with him right now. All right. And again, we all want him to win. So go Cards. Have a good day, guys.
Okay, I think that's going to be as positive as possible from Lisa when it comes to Oli Marmol.
Before we get to our breakdown on this, it is just, as I was listening to the first one, I didn't want to jump too quickly. Then I listened to the second one. And now, hearing Lisa, it's amazing what winning can do.
Yes.
You can hear it in her voice.
Yes.
She didn't want to say it.
Yeah.
She did.
She was very hesitant, but she still said it.
So, can we real quick? I know we got more mic drops. We got to get to it. But are we to believe that Oli became a better manager in a year span, or
he became Tony Russo overnight,
or did he get better players? I'm asking for myself. I'll hang up and listen.
Let's hear.
Maybe he found a book that had been lying around.
Well, the other guy's not using it right now.
No, he's not.
Maybe he gave it to him.
Is he?
Maybe he FedExed it to him.
All right, last one. Here's Ed.
Honestly, I don't feel like Oli is doing anything different. I mean, I'm sure there's like some connections here and there with the younger guys, stuff like that. But I think not having Mo and not having to not defend, but like almost cover up what's going on, and you're just kind of like just blowing it off. And now you get Bloom and everyone, and he's just like, nope, no nonsense. This is what we're doing. This is direction. So Oli, just feels more personable, and then the team just is opening up because we're allowing them to grow. We're allowing it to happen. It's not we BS. It's just, no, you're going to do it or you're not, and then we'll figure it out. I love it. I love it. It's really just like a personality change. It's great.
All right, so here's my thought. Outside of Lisa, the three that left us the mic drops, and we were asking for these throughout the course of the day. The three that left us the mic drops were all positive, right? They're the ones that, hey, I liked Oli coming into, the season. So my viewpoint really hasn't changed based on their plan. I like Oli. What do we hear all the time, though, from the text line? We hear the complaints. So why not leave us a mic drop? You feel that passionate about Oli. He's a terrible manager, garbage, doesn't know what he's doing, whatever. Is it possible that you don't have an actual take? You're just like emotionally charged. And any sort of wrong move, in your opinion, sets you off. You're triggered by it. But when it comes to, hey, explain your reasoning outside of, I didn't like what he did in the 8th inning that one time. There's nothing. You have nothing.
That was wild when he had Brandon Crawford go up there at Wrigley.
That was a year ago.
He had good stats against that pitcher. 5
You
years
know what I mean?
before.
Yeah, exactly.
There wasn't one, this guy's still garbage. Mic drop.
Mm-hmm.
Text line, different story.
Those were all the mic drops that we got.
Now, could it be that because they're seeing this team play a better brand of baseball and that Oli seems like he's being successful, that now they don't have anything to say?
Yes. Well, they have a lot to say, but
it's not like, well, they don't want to get ridiculed for saying it.
Correct. They don't want to. They don't want to put their voice. They don't want to put their voice to it. They don't want to put their voice to it to say, well, you know what, they'll fall apart. But I guarantee you, if the Cardinals have a rough May, everybody will come out of the woodwork. Which goes back to your point, Jamie. Amazing what winning will do.
We did get a text that
shut
says,
your mouth. You know what I mean? It'll shut your mouth.
You want me to shut my mouth?
No, winning will shut your mouth.
Why are you talking to Marshy like that?
I was trying to read a text.
Not you. Not you. You in general. Winning shuts the mouth.
Me again?
Carey, you get it.
I got you.
You telling Carey shut his
said a
mouth
word.
now, too?
No, not one bit.
They're winning.
Am I allowed to read this text message?
You better be careful, Marshy. He's
tread
cranky
100%,
today.
Marshy.
Do I
Go
need
for
to
it.
whisper it?
Be careful.
You better be careful, or he'll suspend you tomorrow from the show.
Well, we got a text. It's a good call. I'm going to read it. I'm going to read this text.
And then he's
I don't
testing
care
you.
about a suspension.
He's testing you.
You better not.
I'm going to read this text, Anthony. Not having to
Suspended
cater.
one day.
Wow.
One day, Bradford's in tomorrow.
Not having to cater to guys like Arenado and Gray is probably nice, too.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, I could see that for sure because it's so difficult for any coach in any sport to have the veteran player, let alone veteran Hall of Fame player in Arenado, and then you know you can't play him. You know you don't want to play him, but then you know you have to. And then you have to try and build him up and pat him on the back and all the things because of what he was, not what he is currently.
Right.
That's a difficult spot, and I can imagine that would probably be pretty terrible for Oli, who is a unproven manager at the major league level, and he's got to deal with all of these guys who are seemingly dipping in their career at the same time.
Sure. Yep.
Can't believe you suspended me.
Yeah, it had to be done. It absolutely had to be done.
Just take a day off, man.
Yeah.
You don't have to deal with them tomorrow.
You're done here. Wait, what, Carey?
Huh?
What do I have to do to get suspended tomorrow?
Blue season has to come back around. Then you'd be suspended a lot.
Or spring break?
That's me.
Yeah.
Don't forget the holidays in December.
Well, that's all of us. That's all of us. Yeah.
I think we should all be suspended during Major League Baseball's All-Star game.
Hey, we
I
all
might
have
suspend myself.
We all have a suspension coming up.
Yeah.
Rizzuto show.
Whenever that is.
Oh, that's not happening.
What are we doing,
convinced
man?
They're kicking the can so far down the road.
Anthony, we got to take, the only thing that's going to move that group is
punch
pressure.
them right in the mouth.
Well, no, pressure.
You know what disappoints me?
Listeners, our listeners, making sure that they text in the morning and say, hey, you guys are supposed to be doing a double shift. And you guys haven't done your job yet.
Well, Carey, can I just change? Can I agree with you, but change the strategy?
You're supposed to eat lunch.
One, our listeners going to listen to their show. I mean, that's fine. But what we really need to have happen is we need every single one of their listeners to be tuning into this show on a daily basis so that they know we're holding them accountable because their listeners do like to hold them accountable.
Let's do it. Tune in.
And we know there's more than 280 people listening to that radio show.
284 people.
So if those Rizzuto weirdos really want action and
it's
accountability,
really a shame.
they listen to this show.
It's really a shame that they haven't held themselves
every day
accountable
for 3 months.
Yeah. That's right.
And then 3 more months after that.
We'll try for 3 more after that.
That's right. All right. We have criticisms and compliments, 3 stars of the day. And Carey, you too are suspended for the rest of the show.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's next on 101 ESPN.
FanDuel is serving up happy hour every day during the playoffs. We're talking special drops that you don't want to miss, from profit boosts to bonus bets and more. And the best part, it's every single day. So whether you're betting the early game or gearing up for prime time, make sure you open the FanDuel app and see what's waiting for you today. And if you're looking at the games tonight, you got the Knicks taking on the Hawks 3-2 series. See if the Knicks can close it out tonight. Jalen Brunson, maybe you want to take him in points, rebounds, and assists. The Celtics and the Sixers. Celtics also trying to close it out tonight in Philadelphia. Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. Those two guys do a great job of getting to the bucket. Pick your horse, pick your team, and go with them tonight. Just head to FanDuel.com/local to get started. That's FanDuel.com/local. FanDuel, an official partner of the NBA, must be 21 plus and present in Missouri. Opt-in required. Rewards are non-withdrawable. Restrictions apply, including bonus and token expiration, leg requirements, and max wager amount. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
If you missed anything from today's show, you can always download the podcast, available at 101ESPN.com or via the Dobbs Tire and Auto Center's 101 ESPN mobile app. All the podcasts brought to you by Shaver Door Company. All right, Marsh, hit us with those criticisms and compliments.
Criticisms and compliments. Presented by Bet365. With Bet365 early payout, you win even if they lose. Get paid out instantly when your team goes up big, even if they blow the lead later. Bet365. Winning is everything.
Well, Anthony, you asked for it, and Scott delivered.
Ooh.
With a mic drop.
If Oli got let go of today from the Cardinals organization, there's no way there'd be another MLB team that would pick him up to be the manager. Name one MLB team that would pick him up to be their manager.
Boston.
I dare you. Peace.
Boston. Dared to dream.
Sure.
Boston. The White Sox.
The A's.
The A's. The Rockies. The Royals. Rays. Tigers.
No, you asked for the people who don't like him.
Marlins. What else you got, Jamie?
I don't know.
Okay.
The Expos.
All right. When the Expos come back, Expos.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, well, we got one.
There you go, Scott. Merry Christmas.
There you go. There you go. All right, let's go to
his Christmas.
Yeah.
Let's go to the snake pit. This one's from the Water Boy. I don't text complaints about Oli. Now, the Gridiron Guys podcast, that's a different story.
What? You complaining? But the Gridiron Guy podcast?
I think maybe the lack of.
Those 6 great episodes a year ago.
Are you guys still in contract negotiations?
Yeah, it's a big,
It's a big thing, huh?
A lot of conversations going on.
But it's around your signing bonus or something like that. Yeah.
Yep, that's the hang-up. That's CDs, actually.
Now that he's not here?
Yeah, CD's contract negotiation there. It's, but I'm a team player. I'm going to wait it out.
Yeah, CD's sitting out, so are you.
Yep, exactly. That's how I feel.
Logical.
So, Anthony.
Can't be the Gridiron Guy.
Right, exactly. It doesn't work.
What was the most shocking thing today? For me, it was Lisa actually sort of liking Oli Marmol. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I would.
I think it kind of has to be, especially since Lisa for years now has been just not happy about it.
Right.
Yeah, I would say so.
Okay, so Lisa texted in after Scott left that mic drop and said, I agree with him. You all mentioned losing teams, LMAO.
I mentioned a lot of teams. All right, fine. The Braves.
That's why they would have managers available.
Right.
I don't think the Dodgers are firing Dave Roberts anytime soon. I mean, Lisa, I love you to death, but come on.
And Lisa, Scott dared me to name a team.
He did do that.
You know what? Scott's right. He's garbage.
I knew you'd come around, Anthony.
Oh, I thought we were clapping.
Sorry, I got a text message. Sorry, I had a thing. Sorry.
Yeah. Wow. Okay, this is from.
I had a thing,
Makes sense.
This is from Piglet. Nice try, guys, but I'm not going to leave any stupid mic drop. I've been perfectly clear about how sucky Oliver Marmol is. He does exactly what he's told to do. He's an owner's manager. He's a geek. He makes a lot of bad manager moves. The only thing that's changed so far this season is that players aren't being sent down yet. As far as the lineup is concerned, yeah, maybe it is a little less shifty than last year's, but it's still not right. I'm not unreasonable. He can get my support. Maybe we'll see.
So I doubt it. I doubt he'll get your support.
But Piglet clearly knows what's going on between ownership and Oli. He or she is in those meetings, right? Because he said he's the owner's manager's little puppet, basically.
Yeah. Name a manager that's not, by the way.
Yeah, everybody. Name an employee who doesn't take not orders, but
Mm-hmm. You know what you are?
No.
You're an employee of John Kiowski and Tommy Matter. That's all you are.
Yeah. And then he also says, I'm trying to find this here. He does exactly what he's told to do, so I'm not really sure about that because we don't know. And players aren't being sent down.
Scott dared me. How about I dare everybody else that doesn't like Oli? Leave a non-emotional mic drop or a non-emotional text, like one that's not fueled with like just flat out emotion and hyperbole. Okay. All right. 3 stars, Anthony. Go get them.
It's time for the Fast Lane's 3 stars of the day, presented by Circus Sports. No bet fees ever with the world's largest sports book, now at your fingertips in Illinois and Missouri.
All right, 3rd star of the day goes out to people who don't double dip their chips in
anything.
Let me ask you this real quick. If it's real quick, Marsh, you don't get all crazy.
You better be quick. Go.
If it's your family, or like if you and Rachel are chips and dip.
That's fine.
Yeah, the double dip
that's
doesn't
fine.
matter, right?
Yeah,
Strangers,
that's fine.
Good.
Yeah.
Whatever.
But I'm going to be double dipping at your house then, Anthony.
That's fine. You're my bestie.
Second star of the day, it goes out to getting answers, not to the test, but to the survey.
Yeah, the survey.
Yes.
Nice job.
And our first star of the day goes out to one of the most historic stadiums, the Mecca, the world's most famous stadium, Mercedes-Benz Stadium.
Yeah.
Home of the Falcons.
Home of the champion.
Home of the Falcons.
Falcons, that is.
Yeah, so there's probably a champion that's down there somewhere.
Somebody won something in there.
Oh, yeah. It's probably a soccer team. All right, that'll do it for us. For Kerry Davis, for Andrew Marsh, for Jamie Rivers, I'm Anthony Stalter. Everybody have a great day, even you. See you.